All right,
Hola,
ready to
hola,
dive into
familia
a
de la
world
tierra y
where
apasionados
your
de las
backyard's
aves.
not just for,
Bienvenidos a este rincón
grilling
de
and all that.
sabiduría
It could be a
campestre,
gold mine.
donde
Oh, yeah.
compartimos
Today
experiencias,
we're going deep
consejos
on
y el amor por la
backyard
vida
chickens.
rural.
Uh-huh.
Me
And
llamo
not just for
Fernando
fresh eggs.
y hoy
Right.
quiero
We've
hablarles
got
desde
this
el
blog
corazón,
post. It's from
con
the
la
End Carton
calidez de quien
Store,
ha visto
and it's
crecer a
all
sus
about,
gallinas
get
desde
this,
pollitas
10 ways
y ha
to
aprendido
actually
a
make
entender sus
money from your
necesidades.
chickens.
Vamos a
Interesting.
charlar
And
sobre
we've
un
got
tema
this
que me
article
llena
from
de
Backyard
entusiasmo,
Chicken Coops,
los
and they
10
break
mejores
down the
alimentos
top
caseros
20 breeds,
para 20 gallinas.
that do well in
Porque,
backyards.
seamos
It's pretty
sinceros,
amazing, actually.
no
You
hay
know how
nada como ver
backyard
a nuestras
chickens have kind of
plumíferas
gone from
amigas
just a
disfrutar de
hobby
una dieta
to like
natural,
this whole thing
variada
about
y hecha
sustainable
con
living.
nuestras propias
And
manos.
even some people are
Hoy les
making it a
contaré mis
business.
secretos,
Totally. And it goes
esos que he ido
way
descubriendo
beyond
a
just
prueba y
like
error,
selling
para
your
que sus
eggs at the
gallinas no
farmer's
solo
market.
estén sanas y
This
felices,
Egg Carton
sino que
Store
también
blog
les
post
regalen los
had
huevos
some
más
really
deliciosos y
wild
nutritivos
ideas.
que hayan
Like what?
probado.
Okay, get ready
Porque
for
criar
this.
gallinas no
Selling
se trata
dried
solo de
chicken
recoger
feet
huevos,
online.
se trata de una relación,
You know, that
de un
might sound a
compromiso
little
con su
out there at
bienestar
first, but
y
think
de una
about it.
conexión
People
profunda
want
con la
natural pet
naturaleza.
treats, right?
Y
Good.
créanme,
More and more
cuando
pet
uno
owners are
prepara el
really thinking
alimento para
about what
sus
they're
gallinas
feeding
con
their,
ingredientes de la
furry
huerta,
friends.
con
Yeah,
sobras
I've
de la
seen friends
cocina,
making their own
con
dog
ese
treats
toque
and
de
stuff.
cariño,
Exactly.
se nota la
But chicken
diferencia.
feet.
Pero
Never
antes de
crossed my
empezar a
mind.
desvelar
It's
esos
interesting,
10
right?
And they're
alimentos
selling them on
mágicos
Etsy.
y
Like,
compartirles mis
people are
recetas
finding these
caseras,
niche markets.
quiero pedirles un pequeño
Absolutely.
favor.
It's a perfect example
Únanse a
of
nuestra
like
familia,
what might be
suscríbanse al
waste in one
canal,
situation
piquen
is
la
a valuable
campanita para que les
resource
lleguen
somewhere
todas
else.
las
It's about being
notificaciones y
creative
si
and
sienten que este
seeing,
contenido les aporta,
what needs
regálenos
aren't
un me
being met.
gusta.
Totally.
Su apoyo es
So
el sol
beyond
que
the chicken
alimenta
feet,
este
they also
proyecto
talked about
y nos
crushed
permite seguir
eggshell
compartiendo
art.
estas historias con
yeah.
ustedes.
Basically, people
Y
are
no lo
taking those
olviden,
eggshells,
este
crushing them
espacio es
up,
para
and
ustedes,
using
para crecer
resin
juntos.
to make these
Así que,
mosaics.
si tienen
It's like
alguna
the
duda,
ultimate
si quieren
upcycling.
asesoría
You take
gratis
something that's
o si
usually
quieren
trash and
compartir
make
sus
it into
propias
like
recetas y
art.
secretos
I love that. It
gallinacios,
really fits in with
dejen
this
un
whole maker
comentario.
movement thing going
Cuéntenos
on.
qué
People
raza de
want
gallina
unique,
tienen o cuál
handmade
les
stuff.
gustaría
There's
tener.
just something about
Aquí les
having something
responderemos
that
con la
has a
cercanía y
story,
la
something
honestidad
that
que nos
feels
caracteriza,
connected to
porque este camino de
nature
la
and
avicultura
sustainability.
casera
For
lo
sure.
recorremos
And the
juntos.
thing I found most
Ahora sí,
interesting,
acompáñenme.
the idea of
Vamos
becoming
a
a
descubrir
backyard
juntos
chicken
cómo alimentar a
influencer.
nuestras
A
20
chicken
gallinas con lo
influencer.
mejor de
That's gotta be
nuestra
niche,
tierra,
right?
con
I mean,
ingredientes
it's a
sencillos,
niche, yeah,
pero
but like
llenos
a
de
lot
amor,
of niche things
y a
online,
cosechar los
it's
frutos
finding
de
a
una crianza
global
natural
audience.
y llena de
People love
satisfacciones.
authentic experiences and
Comencemos.
shared passions.
Cuando inicié mi pequeña
Think
granja
about
con
it.
20
You're
gallinas,
providing
una de mis
value,
mayores
sharing your chicken
preocupaciones
raising journey
era cómo
with videos or
proporcionarles
a
una
blog or
alimentación
whatever,
balanceada
showing off
sin que eso
cool
significara
coop
un gasto
designs.
Like you're
excesivo.
thinking detailed
Sabía que
breed
el alimento
comparisons,
comercial era
tips
una
on building
opción,
your own
pero
coop,
también
and
quería
of course,
incorporar ingredientes
gotta have those
locales,
funny chicken
frescos,
moments.
Exactly.
y
It's
si era
about that
posible,
community and giving
reutilizar lo
them
que tenía a
something
mano.
useful. It
Fue
takes
así como
time
descubrí
and
que el
effort,
maíz
but
partido y
with,
las sobras de la
maybe
cocina
sponsorships,
podían ser
affiliate
la base de
marketing,
una
even
dieta
your own
nutritiva y
merch, there's
económica
real
para mis
earning
aves.
potential there.
El
Okay,
maíz,
so we've
un
got
cultivo
chicken feed
tradicional
for
de mi
dogs,
región, se
eggshells
convirtió en
turned
el
into
pilar
art,
energético
and
de
now
la
chicken
alimentación de mis
influencers.
gallinas. Lo compraba a
I'm
los
starting to see the
agricultores
business
locales,
side of this.
asegurándome de que
But you
fuera
know,
de
the
buena
blog post
calidad
also talked
y
about
libre
those
de
more traditional
pesticidas.
ways to make
Al
money, like
principio,
selling the
lo
egg.
molía yo
Right,
mismo
selling
con un
eggs. It's a
molino
classic
manual,
for a reason.
una tarea
Farmers
que, aunque
markets, local
laboriosa, me
stores,
conectaba
even
con las
subscription
prácticas
services.
tradicionales
People
de mis
always want
abuelos.
fresh,
Recuerdo el
good
sonido
quality
del
eggs.
molino
Yeah,
al
they
triturar los
mentioned
granos de
raising chicks
maíz,
or
el
laying
olor a maíz
pullets,
fresco que
especially
inundaba el
popular
ambiente
breeds,
y la
and selling those
satisfacción de
too.
preparar el
Yeah, that's
alimento para
popular,
mis
especially for
gallinas
people who are
con mis
good
propias
at,
manos.
you know,
Luego,
breeding
con
and
el
raising
tiempo,
healthy
y a
chicks.
medida que mi pequeña
Some breeds
granja
are always
crecía,
in demand,
adquirí
and
un
people
molino
will pay
eléctrico
good
que me
money for
facilitó el
well-bred
trabajo,
birds.
The
pero
blog
nunca
post does
olvidé
make
la
a good
conexión
point
que
about
sentía con la
checking
tierra
your local
y con mis
regulations.
raíces
Oh,
cuando lo
definitely.
hacía
Some places have
manualmente.
rules
El
about
maíz
selling
partido
stuff
se
from your
convirtió en la
backyard
base de la
You
ración
have to know the
diaria,
legal
aportando
stuff.
la energía
Permits,
necesaria para que mis
inspections,
gallinas se
labeling
mantuvieran
rules, all
activas
that
y
depends on where
pusieran
you are
huevos
and
de
how
buen
big your
tamaño.
operation
Pero
is.
el
Right.
maíz,
And
por
speaking
sí
of how
solo,
big,
no era
we got to be
suficiente.
real about costs,
Aquí es donde
right?
entraban
The
en
blog
juego
post
las sobras
reminds
de
us
la
about
cocina.
things like
Cáscaras
incubators,
de frutas y
brooders,
verduras,
feed,
restos de
obviously
arroz,
the coop
pan
itself.
duro,
All
e
that
incluso
adds
las
up.
cáscaras
It
de huevo
does.
trituradas.
That's where good
Todo se
planning and a
convertía en un
budget are
valioso
key.
complemento
Think about the
alimenticio para
resources
mis
you'll
gallinas.
need, ongoing
Al
costs
principio, principio
like feed
tenía
and
mis
healthcare,
dudas.
and the fact
¿Sería
that
correcto
demand can
darles estos
change.
desperdicios a
It's
mis
finding
aves?
that
¿Les
balance
aportarían los
between what
nutrientes
you love
necesarios?
and what makes sense
Investigué,
practically.
So
pregunté a
true.
otros criadores
Okay,
con
so
más
we talked about the money
experiencia
side of
y sobre
things,
todo
but now I'm
observé
curious
a
about
mis
the chickens
gallinas.
themselves.
Ellas me
The
enseñaron que la
backyard
variedad
chicken
era
coops
clave.
article goes into
Disfrutaban
these
picoteando
20
las cáscaras
breeds
de
that are
sandía en
supposed to be
verano,
great for
devoraban las
backyards.
hojas de
Yeah,
acelga y
there's so many
espinaca
different
que
kinds
yo
of
mismo
chickens,
cultivaba
each
en mi
with its
huerto
own,
y se peleaban por los
personality
restos de
and what
pan
makes
duro
it special.
remojados en agua.
Okay, I was
Aprendí a
immediately drawn to
identificar qué
these
sobras
silky
eran
chickens.
adecuadas para
They
ellas
look like a
y
fluffy
cuáles debían
cloud.
evitarse,
They're amazing,
como el
right.
chocolate,
Who wouldn't
la
want that?
cebolla
And they're
o el
super
aguacate,
docile and
que pueden
gentle,
ser
great
tóxicos
for
para las
families
aves.
with kids or
La
anyone
clave
who
estaba
wants
en el
some
equilibrio
more,
y la moderación.
laid back
Las sobras de la
breed.
cocina
And
no
then
solo
there's the
aportaban
frizzle
variedad a
chicken.
la dieta de mis
Their
gallinas,
feathers, they
sino que
curl
también me
outward so they
permitían
look kind
reducir
of funny,
significativamente
almost punk
el
rock.
costo de la alimentación. Lo que
I bet
antes
they were
terminaba en la
conversation
basura,
They
ahora
stand
se
out for
transformaba en un
sure,
valioso
but
recurso
even
para
with
mi
their
granja.
crazy look, they're
Además,
actually
era una
pretty
forma de
calm
cerrar
and
el
friendly.
ciclo, de
And if you
reintegrar
want
los
some
nutrientes
like
al
visual
sistema
interest in
productivo
your egg
y de
basket,
minimizar el impacto
there's the
ambiental de mi
Araucana
pequeña
chicken.
operación.
They lay
Pero
blue
más allá
eggs.
del ahorro
yeah.
económico
I
y
bet
la
those would sell for a
sostenibilidad,
premium at
la
the
práctica de
farmer's market.
alimentar a mis
bet. Blue
gallinas
eggs
con
are
sobras
definitely
de la
something
cocina
special that
y
people
maíz
will pay
partido
extra for.
me
But,
conectaba con una
beyond
forma
the
de
color,
crianza más
think about how
tradicional,
many eggs
más
they lay
cercana
and
a
the
la
bird's
naturaleza.
temperament
Me
too.
sentía
Right,
como un
it's about
guardián de las
choosing the right
prácticas
breed for your
ancestrales,
goals and
un
how you
eslabón
live.
en una
If you
cadena
want
que
a
se extendía
gentle,
por
cuddly
generaciones.
chicken,
Y mis
silkies
gallinas,
might be the
con su
way to go.
vitalidad,
But if you
su
want
plumaje
lots
brillante
of
y sus huevos
eggs, you might go
deliciosos
with a Rhode
me
Island
demostraban
Red
cada día
or
que iba
a
por el buen
Leghorn.
camino.
They're known for
Esta
laying
combinación de maíz
consistently.
partido
climate
como base
matters, right?
energética y
You
las
wouldn't
sobras
want
de
a
la
breed
cocina
that
como
loves
fuente de
warm weather
variedad y
if you live
nutrientes
somewhere with
se
rough
convirtió en el
winters.
primer pilar de mi
Definitely not.
estrategia de
You wanna pick
alimentación
breeds
casera,
that will
un
be
pilar que
healthy
combinaba
and do well where
economía,
you live.
This
sostenibilidad
article had this
y
stat
tradición.
that caught my eye.
Si bien el maíz
Apparently,
partido y las sobras de la
67%
cocina
of
proporcionaban
chicken
una buena
keepers
base
run
energética
into,
y cierta
like,
cantidad de
health or
nutrientes,
behavior problems
sabía
in
que
their
para que
first
mis
year.
20 gallinas
Wow.
alcanzaran
lot.
su
It
máximo
really shows you
potencial de
that
postura
owning
y
chickens
produjeran huevos de la
responsibly is
mejor
more
calidad,
than just giving
necesitaban
them
un
food
aporte
and a place
extra de
to live.
proteínas.
It seems
Las
like having
proteínas
good
son
information and
fundamentales para el
resources is
desarrollo muscular
crucial,
de las aves,
especially for
para la
new chicken
formación de
owners.
los huevos
The
y
article
para
actually
mantener un
mentions this
sistema
course. It's called
inmunológico
The
fuerte.
Ultimate Guide to
Así que
Chicken
me
Health
puse a
from
investigar
Chickenpedia.
cómo
That sounds
podía incorporar
helpful. It's
fuentes
probably
de
a good
proteína
foundation for
natural
understanding
y
common health
accesible
issues,
en
spotting
la dieta
signs
de
of
mis
sickness,
gallinas
and giving
sin
basic
recurrir
care.
a los
Yeah, it's like,
costosos
even though
suplementos
we're talking about
comerciales.
making money,
Fue entonces
the
cuando
chicken's
redescubrí el
well-being has to come
maravilloso
first.
mundo de las lombrices y
Absolutely.
los
If you
insectos.
want to be successful,
Recordé que,
whether
de
it's
niño,
selling
me
eggs,
encantaba
raising
observar
chicks,
a
or
las
just
gallinas de mi
enjoying
abuela
their
escarbar
company,
la tierra en busca de
taking
estos
care of your
pequeños
chickens is
bocados
essential.
y cómo ella me
So we've
explicaba que
covered the
eran una
money
fuente
stuff, but
esencial de
what else do
proteínas
these
para las
sources have to
aves.
say about chickens?
Decidí entonces crear
Well,
mi
we've
propio
barely touched
criadero
on
de
how they
lombrices
act,
rojas
and it can be pretty
californianas,
complex.
una especie muy
Did you know
eficiente en la
chickens
descomposición
have
de
this
materia
whole
orgánica
social
y con un
hierarchy?
alto
I've
contenido de
heard of the
proteínas.
pecking order,
Construí un cajón
but
de
I don't
madera,
really know
lo
much
llené
about
con
it
una mezcla
beyond
de
the name.
tierra,
It's
estiércol de
interesting
gallina
stuff.
y
Chickens
restos
figure
vegetales
out
de la
who's
cocina
boss,
y compré un núcleo
who
inicial
gets
de
the
lombrices.
food and
En poco tiempo,
best
las
nesting
lombrices se
boxes.
That
multiplicaron
sounds like it
y
could get
comenzaron a
intense.
producir un
Are there
humus de
ways to,
excelente
like,
calidad
manage
que
that?
utilizaba como
Yeah,
abono para
there
mi
are
huerto.
ways to
Pero
keep
lo más
things from getting
importante
too
era que
aggressive
las
and make sure
lombrices
everyone
mismas
gets along,
se
but you
convirtieron
need to
en un
understand
manjar
how
para
the
mis
pecking order
gallinas.
works if you're
Cada
raising
pocos
chickens.
días
So it's
les
not just
daba una
putting them
ración de
together and
lombrices
hoping for the
frescas
best.
que
Definitely
ellas
not. There's
devoraban
an
con
art
gran
to introducing
entusiasmo.
new chickens, and
Observé
knowing how
que,
they interact
tras la
can make a big
incorporación de las
difference for their
lombrices a
health
su
and
dieta,
happiness.
This
las
is getting
gallinas se
really
mostraban
interesting.
más activas.
What else
Su
about
plumaje
chicken
adquirió un brillo
behavior should we
especial
know?
y la
Well, for
producción de
starters,
huevos aumentó,
chickens are
no solo
way
en
smarter
cantidad,
than people
sino
think.
también en
They can
calidad.
learn, solve
Pero no me
problems, even
detuve ahí.
recognize
También
individual
fomenté
people.
la presencia de
Wow.
insectos en el área de
Seriously.
pastoreo de mis
I
gallinas.
feel like I've been
Planté flores y
underestimating chickens
arbustos
my
que
whole life.
atraían a una
A
gran
lot of
variedad
people
de
do. They think
insectos,
they're
como
simple creatures,
escarabajos,
but they're much more
saltamontes y
complex
grillos.
than that.
Además,
Okay, so they've
instalé
got the
trampas de
social
luz
order,
para
they're
atraer
smart.
insectos nocturnos,
What about
que luego
how they talk
recolectaba
to
y
each other?
ofrecía a mis gallinas
Do they have,
como
like,
un
their own
suplemento
language?
proteico
They do.
adicional.
They use all
Mis
these different
gallinas,
sounds,
con su
and each
instinto
one
natural de
means something
cazadoras,
different. They have
disfrutaban
calls for,
enormemente
like,
de la búsqueda y
finding
captura de
food,
estos
warning about
insectos,
danger,
lo que además de
attracting a mate,
nutrirlas,
even
las
just saying
mantenía
they're
entretenidas y
So it's not
estimuladas.
just random
Además de las
plucking, they're actually
lombrices y los
saying
insectos,
stuff.
decidí
Exactly. It's
incorporar
this
una
whole
fuente de proteína
complicated language
vegetal
that helps
a la
them
dieta
share
de mis
information.
gallinas,
I need a
las
chicken to
leguminosas.
English dictionary.
Comencé a
So
cultivar
if we learn their
alfalfa,
language, can
trébol
we
y
actually
frijol de
talk to
soya
them?
en una
To some
sección de mi
degree,
terreno.
yeah.
Estas
If you pay
plantas no
attention
solo
to
son
their
ricas en
sounds, their
proteínas,
body
sino
language,
que
how they
también tienen la
act, you
capacidad
can
de
start
fijar
to get what
nitrógeno
they're saying
atmosférico en
and
el suelo,
respond the right way.
mejorando su
That's
fertilidad
wild.
de forma natural.
It seems like
Las
the more we
gallinas
learn about chickens, the
disfrutaban
more we realize
picoteando
they're
las
kind of
hojas
like
tiernas
us.
de estas
They have their
leguminosas
social groups, they
y yo notaba una
communicate,
mejora
they
en
even
la
seem to have
consistencia de la
emotions.
clara
I
de los
know,
huevos
right?
y en la
It makes you
intensidad del color de la
rethink what
yema.
you thought about
La
animals and how
combinación de
connected we all are.
lombrices,
Okay,
insectos
so
y
we've
leguminosas
gone deep
se
on
convirtió
how
en el
chickens
trío
act.
esencial de
I
proteínas
want to go back to
en la
that Egg
dieta de
Carton
mis
Store blog
gallinas,
post.
asegurando un
What
aporte
other
completo y
money-making ideas
equilibrado
did
de
they have?
aminoácidos
They had some
esenciales
really
para
creative
una
ones.
óptima
One
producción
beyond
de
the usual
huevos.
selling eggs
Este
and
enfoque
chicks.
no
I'm
solo
all
me
ears.
permitía
What are we
reducir mi
talking about?
dependencia de los
One that
alimentos
stood out was
comerciales,
selling
sino que
feathers
también
to people who do
enriquecía la
crafts.
dieta de mis
Selling
aves con
feathers?
fuentes de
Who's
proteína
buying
fresca,
those?
You'd be
natural
surprised.
y
There's
de
a big
alta
market
calidad
for chicken
biológica.
feathers. People
Mis
use them
gallinas
for
estaban más
jewelry, dream
sanas,
catchers,
más
fly
activas
fishing
y
lures,
producían huevos
even
más
costumes for
nutritivos y
plays.
sabrosos que
No
nunca.
way. It
Y
seems like
yo
you can sell
me
anything
sentía
these days,
orgulloso
so
de
how do
haber
you do it?
encontrado una
Just
solución
collect feathers and put
sostenible
them
y
online.
eficiente
That's one way.
para el
The
aporte
blog
proteico
suggests
en mi
selling
pequeña
in
granja,
bulk online
una
through
solución
places
que
like
respetaba el
Etsy or Facebook
comportamiento natural de
Marketplace.
las aves
Or
y
you
que
could sell
aprovechaba
small
los recursos
bundles
que
at
me
craft
brindaba mi
fairs or
propio
farmers
entorno.
markets.
That
Con la
sounds
base de la
pretty easy for
alimentación
extra
de mis
income,
20 gallinas bien
especially since you'd be
establecida,
using feathers that
gracias
would
al
just go
maíz
to waste
partido,
otherwise.
las sobras de la
Exactly. It
cocina,
shows how
las
thinking outside the
lombrices,
box can
los
lead to,
insectos
like,
y las
hidden ways to
leguminosas,
make money.
sentí que aún podía
It
dar un
taps into
paso
this
más
whole
allá.
idea of
Recordé
upcycling
las
and
historias de
using
mi
what we
abuela,
already have.
quien siempre añadía
so we
ciertas
got
hierbas a la
chicken feet
comida
for
de sus
dogs,
gallinas,
eggshells
convencida
turned
de que
into art,
mejoraban su
and now
salud
feathers
y
for
la calidad
crafts.
de los huevos.
The possibilities
Decidí
are
entonces
endless.
investigar
It's
sobre
about
las
finding
propiedades
those
de las
unmet
plantas
needs,
medicinales
coming up with
y su posible
solutions, and
aplicación en la
connecting with the right
avicultura a
people.
pequeña escala.
We've
Me
definitely
sumergí en el
explored a
fascinante
ton of ways
mundo
to
de la
make money with
etnobotánica,
chickens.
consultando
But I wanna go
libros,
back to the
artículos
breeds.
y sobre todo
That backyard
conversando
chicken
con
coops
los ancianos
article
de mi
mentioned
comunidad,
20 breeds
quienes
good for
atesoraban un
backyards, and we
conocimiento
only talked about a
invaluable
few.
There are
sobre
so
el
many
uso
cool
tradicional
chickens
de
out
las
there, each
hierbas.
one unique
Descubrí
and
que muchas
interesting.
de las
One that
plantas
caught
que
my eye
crecían
was
de
the
forma
Belgian
silvestre
duckle.
en mi
They
región
call them
y que yo
vibrant
mismo
ladies,
cultivaba en mi
and they come in
huerto
both standard
poseían
and
propiedades
bantam sizes.
beneficiosas
What's a
para las
bantam?
gallinas.
Bantam chickens
Entre
are
las hierbas que
basically
más me llamaron
mini
la
versions of
atención
regular
y que se
breeds. They're about a
convirtieron en
quarter
las
to half the
aliadas
size of the
indiscutibles de mi
standard ones.
proyecto
So if you don't have a
avícola
lot of space,
estaban la
bantams are a
caléndula,
good choice.
la ortiga y el
Definitely.
diente de león.
Perfect for
La
smaller
caléndula,
yards or
con
even
sus
cities.
hermosas flores de
And they
color
usually lay
naranja
smaller
intenso,
eggs, which is
no solo
good if you don't
embellecía
need
mi
a ton of
huerto,
eggs.
sino
Good
que
point.
también aportaba un
Besides
beneficio
being small,
extraordinario a mis
what's special
gallinas.
about the Belgian
Aprendí
duckle?
que las flores de
Their
caléndula
colors
son
and
ricas en
patterns are
carotenoides,
incredible.
pigmentos
They come in
naturales
black,
que
white,
intensifican el color
brown,
amarillo de la yema de los
gold,
huevos.
even lavender.
Además,
Wow,
la
that's a
caléndula
lot of
posee
variety.
propiedades
And
antiinflamatorias y
the article said something about
cicatrizantes
their feet.
que ayudaban
Oh
a
yeah, they
mantener
have
la
feathered
salud del
feet, so they
sistema
look like they're
digestivo
wearing
de las
little
aves.
boots. It's one of their most
Comencé a
noticeable
añadir pétalos de
features.
They
caléndula
sound
frescos
super cute and
o
fun to
secos
look at.
a la ración
I'm
diaria de
adding
mis
them to my
gallinas
list of
y en poco
potential chicken
tiempo
friends.
noté
They're
una
a popular
diferencia
choice.
notable en el
They're
color de las
pretty, and
yemas,
they're known
que
for being
adquirieron un tono
calm and
dorado
good
mucho más
layers.
intenso y
Another one that caught
atractivo.
my eye was the
Mis
Polish
clientes me lo
chicken.
comentaban con
I mean,
asombro,
a
y la
chicken with
demanda
a
por mis
giant puff of
huevos
feathers
de
on
yema
its head.
dorada
They are
no dejó de
showstoppers.
crecer.
Yeah.
And they're
La
actually
ortiga,
pretty calm,
esa
even though they
planta que
look
muchos
so
consideran
dramatic.
una
The
maleza,
article did
se
mention
reveló
that
como un
sometimes
tesoro
their big
nutricional
head
para mis
feathers can
gallinas.
block their vision,
A pesar de su
making
mala
them
fama
easier
por
for
sus pelos
predators to catch.
urticantes,
That's a
la
good
ortiga
point.
es una fuente
It's important to
excepcional de
think
hierro,
about not just
calcio,
how a breed
vitaminas
looks, but
A,
also
C
what
y
they
K
need to
y
be healthy and
proteínas.
safe.
Aprendí
like a
que para
balance
dársela a las
between
gallinas
looks and
era
practicality.
necesario escaldarla previamente en
Sometimes,
agua
yeah.
hirviendo para
But
eliminar
the
su
good
efecto
news is there are
urticante,
so many
o
breeds
bien
out there, you
dejarla
can
secar al
find
sol
one
durante
that's
unos días.
beautiful,
Una
has
vez
a good
procesada,
personality,
la ortiga se
and is
convirtió en un
practical for
suplemento
you.
alimenticio
It
ideal
sounds like
para
there's
mis
a chicken
aves.
out there for
Noté que
everyone.
su consumo regular
Absolutely, and
mejoraba
that's
la
what's so
salud
great
general
about
de las
raising
gallinas,
chickens.
fortalecía
Every
su
breed
sistema
has its own
inmunológico
charm
y
and its own
contribuía a una
quirks.
mayor
The
producción de
article
huevos.
also mentioned some breeds
Además,
that are good
la
for both
ortiga
eggs
ayudaba a
and meat.
prevenir la
Those are
anemia,
called dual
un
purpose
problema
breeds,
común
and they're a
en las
popular
gallinas
choice
ponedoras.
because you get the
El
best
diente
of
de
both
león,
worlds.
otra
So if
planta
you
a
want a
menudo
breed that can
considerada
give you
como
both
maleza,
eggs
también
and
se
meat,
ganó un lugar
the Sussex
privilegiado
might
en
be
la
a good
dieta de mis
option.
gallinas.
Definitely.
Descubrí
Sussex
que tanto
chickens
las
are
hojas
good
como las
layers,
flores del diente
and they
de
have a
león
good
son
meat to
comestibles
bone
y
ratio,
altamente
which is
nutritivas
important
para
for
las
meat
aves.
production.
Esta
So
planta
whether
es
you're
un
after
excelente
lots of
diurético
eggs, a
natural
friendly
que
pet,
ayuda a
or a
eliminar
chicken that
toxinas
can
del
provide
organismo
both eggs
y a
and meat,
mejorar la función
there's a breed
hepática.
out there for you.
Además,
And with so
el
many
diente de
awesome
león
breeds
es
to
rico en
choose from,
vitaminas
it's
A,
no
C
wonder
y
more and
K
more
y
people
en
are getting
minerales
into
como el
backyard
potasio y el
chickens.
calcio.
We've definitely
Mis
talked about a
gallinas
lot of
disfrutaban
different breeds
picoteando
today,
las hojas
from the
tiernas
fluffy
y las flores del
silkies
diente de
to
león,
the
y yo
fancy
notaba que
Polish
su consumo
chickens
regular se
and
traducía
the
en una
practical
mayor
Sussex
vitalidad
chickens.
y en una
It's been
mejor
fun
calidad de la
exploring all the
cáscara de
different
los
kinds of
huevos.
chickens there are.
La
It
incorporación
feels
de
like we've
estas
only
tres
just
hierbas,
scratched the surface.
caléndula,
There's still
ortiga
so
y
much
diente
to
de león,
learn
a la
about
dieta
these
de mis
amazing
gallinas
birds.
marcó un antes y un
Absolutely.
después en mi
And
proyecto
as we keep
avícola.
going deeper,
No
we'll
solo mejoró
find
la
even
salud
more
y la
cool stuff
productividad de
about
mis
backyard
aves,
chickens.
sino que
But
también me
before we move
permitió
on, I want to
ofrecer
go
un
back to
producto
that statistic
diferenciado,
we mentioned
con un
about how
valor
many
agregado que los
chicken keepers
consumidores
have problems in
apreciaban.
their first
Los
year.
huevos de
Yeah,
yema
it's a
dorada,
good reminder that taking
enriquecidos
good
con los
care of chickens
nutrientes y las
takes more than
propiedades de
just
estas hierbas,
wanting to do it
se
right.
convirtieron
It
en
shows
la
how
insignia
important
de
it
mi
is to be
pequeña
ready
granja,
and
en
have
un
good
símbolo de mi
information
compromiso
and
con la
help.
producción
And to keep
natural,
learning and watching your
ética
chickens.
y de alta calidad.
They can't tell us when
Con
they're
el
not
gallinero
feeling good,
funcionando a
so
la
we have to pay
perfección,
attention
la
and
alimentación de
spot
mis
any
gallinas
signs of
optimizada
sickness
con
or
una
problems.
mezcla de
That's so
granos,
true.
sobras,
Seems like taking care of
proteínas
chickens
y
is a
hierbas,
lot more
y
involved
la
than I
producción de
thought.
huevos
It
en
is.
aumento.
But
Pensé
with
que
some
tenía todo
knowledge
bajo
and a lot of
control.
love, you
Sin
can make
embargo,
sure your flock
noté que
stays healthy
durante
and
los
happy.
días más
Well
calurosos
said.
del verano,
I'm
la
feeling
producción
even
de
more
huevos
inspired to
disminuía
learn about keeping
ligeramente.
chickens healthy
Las
and
gallinas se
happy.
mostraban más
But I think we've
aletargadas,
covered enough for now.
jadeaban
Let's take a
constantemente
break.
y
And when we
pasaban
come
la
back,
mayor parte
we'll
del
keep
tiempo a la
exploring
sombra,
this awesome world
buscando
of
refugio
backyard
del calor
chickens.
abrasador. Me
Welcome
preocupé
back. We
pensando
were
que tal
talking
vez
about
alguna
chicken
enfermedad enfermedad
you
estaba
remember,
afectando a
and
mi
I think
pequeño
there's more
plantel.
to explore there.
Después de observar
Totally.
cuidadosamente a
These
mis aves
creatures are full
y
of
descartar
surprises.
cualquier
I'm
signo
ready
de
to have my
enfermedad,
mind blown
caí
again
en la
about
cuenta de un
chickens.
Get
detalle
ready,
que,
because
aunque
chickens are
obvio,
pretty
había
remarkable.
pasado
We
por
talked
alto,
about the pecking
el
order,
agua.
right?
Si bien
But
mis
did you
gallinas
know they
siempre
can
tenían acceso
recognize
a agua
like
en los
up to
bebederos, me di
100
cuenta de
different
que en los días
faces?
de calor
And that
intenso,
includes
el agua se
human
calentaba
faces,
rápidamente
not
y
just
se
other
ensuciaba con
chickens.
mayor
Whoa,
facilidad.
seriously? I
Las
didn't
gallinas,
realize they were
al
that
igual
good
que
with
cualquier
faces.
otro ser
It shows
vivo,
how smart they
necesitan
are and how
mantenerse
they
bien
form those
hidratadas para
social
funcionar
bonds. It's
correctamente.
a reminder that
Y la
they're
producción de
individuals,
huevos
each with their own
requiere una
personality
cantidad
and needs.
considerable
So it's
de
not
agua.
just about
Un
giving
huevo
them the
está
basics,
compuesto
but
en su mayor
also
parte por
making
agua,
sure they have a
y si
good
una gallina
environment
no
where
bebe
they
lo
can be social
suficiente,
and stuff.
su cuerpo
Exactly.
priorizará
Creating
otras
a
funciones
space where they
vitales
can
sobre
do
la
their
producción de
natural chicken
huevos.
things, hang
Decidí
out with each
entonces
other,
poner
and
especial
use their
atención al tema
brains.
del agua.
That makes sense.
Primero,
I'm
cambié
starting
la
to see
ubicación de los
chickens in a whole new
bebederos,
light.
colocándolos en
I
zonas
used
de
to think they were
sombra
pretty
para
simple,
evitar que el agua se
but I
calentara
guess I was
demasiado
wrong.
rápido.
It's a common
También
mistake.
aumenté
They're
la
much more
frecuencia con la que
complex than most
limpiaba
people
y
realize.
rellenaba los
Okay, so
bebederos,
we've established that chickens
asegurándome
are
de que
smart
el
and
agua
have these
estuviera
social
siempre
structures.
fresca y limpia.
What about
En
how
los días
they
de calor extremo,
like talk to
añadía
each other?
cubitos de hielo al
Do
agua
they have
para
their own
mantenerla
language?
They
fresca por más
totally do. They
tiempo.
make all sorts of
Además,
sounds, and each
implementé un
one means
sistema de
something.
bebederos
They
automáticos
have
tipo
calls
niple
for
que
when they find
proporcionaban agua
food,
limpia
for
a demanda
danger,
y
for
reducían
attracting a
el
mate,
desperdicio
even
y
just
la
for saying,
contaminación.
I'm content.
Estos
So it's
bebederos
not just
que las
random
gallinas
clucking.
activaban con el
There's
pico
meaning behind
les
it
permitían
all.
beber agua
Exactly. It's
fresca
this whole
directamente de
fascinating
una
language
tubería
that helps them
conectada a un
communicate all
depósito
kinds of
elevado.
stuff.
I'm starting
Este
to feel like
sistema
I
no
need to
solo
learn
garantizaba
chicken.
la higiene del agua,
So,
sino que también
if we
evitaba que
figure
las
out their
gallinas la
language,
ensuciaran
can
con
we
tierra
actually
o
talk to them?
excrementos.
In a way,
Además,
yeah. If you pay
observé que
attention
el
to their
simple hecho
sounds,
de
how they
tener que
move, how
activar
they
el
act,
bebedero
you
con
can
el
kind of
pico
understand what they're
estimulaba a
saying
las
and
gallinas a
react the
beber
right
más
way.
agua,
That's so
lo
cool.
que era
It's like
especialmente
the more we
importante
learn
en
about
climas
chickens, the
cálidos.
more we see how
También
they're
comencé a
not
experimentar
that
con la
different from us.
adición
They
de
have social
electrolitos al
structures,
agua de
they
bebida
communicate.
durante
They
las
even
olas
seem
de
to have
calor.
emotions.
Los electrolitos son
Right. It makes
minerales
you realize
esenciales
that maybe
que
we're
ayudan
not
a
so
mantener el
different from other
equilibrio
animals
hídrico
after
del
all.
cuerpo y
Okay,
a prevenir
enough
la deshidratación.
mind-blowing chicken facts for
Utilicé
now.
soluciones
I want to
comerciales
go
de
back to that
electrolitos
egg
para
carton
aves,
store
pero
blog
también
post.
preparé mis propias
Any other
soluciones
unique
caseras,
ways they mentioned to
utilizando
make money with
ingredientes
chickens?
naturales como la sal
They
marina,
had some really
el jugo de
interesting
limón
ones
y
besides
la
the
miel.
usual selling
Los
eggs and
resultados de
chicks.
estas
Okay, I'm
medidas fueron
listening. What did they say?
sorprendentes.
One
A
that
pesar
caught my
del calor
eye
intenso,
was
la
selling
producción
loose
de huevos se
feathers to
mantuvo
people who
estable
make
y las
crafts.
gallinas se mostraron
Selling
más activas
feathers.
y con mejor
Who
ánimo.
would buy
La
those?
simple
You'd be
acción de prestar
surprised.
más
There's
atención al
actually a
agua,
decent
a su
market for chicken
frescura,
feathers.
limpieza
People use
y
them for
disponibilidad
jewelry, dream
había marcado una gran
catchers, fly
diferencia en el
fishing
bienestar
lures,
y la
even
productividad de
costumes.
mis
Wow,
aves.
I never would have thought of
Aprendí
that.
que en la
So how does
avicultura,
that work?
como
Do
en
you
la
just
vida
collect
misma,
feathers
los
and
detalles
list them
importan.
online?
You could.
Algo tan básico como
The
el agua
blog suggests
podía ser la
selling in
clave para
bulk,
maximizar la
online,
producción
on Etsy,
y mantener a las
Facebook
gallinas sanas
Marketplace,
y
places like
felices.
that. Or
Compartí
you
esta
could sell
experiencia
smaller
con otros
amounts at
avicultores de
craft
la
fairs or
comunidad,
farmers markets.
enfatizando la
That sounds pretty
importancia de
low
una
effort
buena
for some
gestión del
extra
agua,
cash,
especialmente
especially
en
since
climas
you'd be using
cálidos.
something that would
Muchos de
normally just
ellos
get
habían pasado
thrown
por alto
away.
este detalle
Exactly.
y al implementar
It's a
mis
great example of
recomendaciones
how, with a little
notaron mejoras
creativity, you can find
significativas en
hidden
sus
ways to
propios
make money.
gallineros.
It's
La
all about
historia del agua se
upcycling and
convirtió en una
using what we
lección
already
valiosa para
have.
mí
So
y
we've
para
got
todos
chicken
los que
feet
la
for
escucharon.
dogs, eggshells
Nos
for
recordó
art,
que la
and now
avicultura
feathers for
es un
crafting.
proceso holístico,
It seems
donde
like
cada
there's no
elemento,
limit to
por
what you can
pequeño
do
que
with
sea,
chickens.
está
It's all
interconectado
about
y
spotting
juega
those
un papel
unmet
crucial en el
needs,
resultado
figuring
final.
out creative
Y que,
solutions,
a
and
veces,
finding the right
las
people
soluciones
to
más
sell
simples y
to.
naturales
We've definitely
son las
covered a
más
ton of
efectivas.
money-making
Desde
ideas,
entonces,
but I want to
el
get
agua
back to the
fresca y
different
limpia
breeds.
se convirtió
The
en una
Backyard
prioridad
Chicken Coops
absoluta en mi
article talked
granja,
about 20
un
breeds
elemento tan
good for
importante como la
backyards, and we've
alimentación o
only
el
touched on a
refugio,
few.
I
y una
know,
clave
right?
fundamental
There
para
are
el
so
éxito
many
de mi
amazing
proyecto
chickens
avícola.
out there, each with
Tras
its
haber
own
optimizado la
special look and
alimentación,
personality.
el agua y el
One that I
ambiente
thought was
general de
interesting
mis
was the
gallinas,
Belgian duckle.
quise
They
explorar
call
otro
them
factor
vibrant
que,
ladies,
según
and
había
they come
leído,
in both
influye
standard and bantam
significativamente en la
sizes.
producción de huevos:
What exactly
la luz.
is a bantam chicken?
Aprendí que las
Bantam
gallinas
chickens
son
are
aves
basically
fotoperiódicas,
mini
lo
versions
que
of the
significa
standard
que su
breeds.
ciclo
They're usually
reproductivo
about a quarter
está
to half the
regulado por la
size.
So
duración
if you
del
don't
día
have much
y la noche.
space,
La
bantams
luz
would be a
estimula la
good
glándula
fit.
pituitaria de las
Definitely. They're
gallinas,
perfect for
la cual
smaller
libera hormonas
backyards
que
or even
regulan
for
la
people who live in
ovulación y
cities.
la puesta de
Plus, they
huevos.
tend to
En
lay
condiciones
smaller
naturales,
eggs, which is
las
good if
gallinas
you don't
ponen
need a
más
lot of
huevos
them.
durante la
Good
primavera
point.
y el verano, cuando los días son más
Okay,
largos, y
besides their
reducen su producción en
size,
otoño e
what's
invierno,
unique about
cuando
the
los días
Belgian
son
duckle?
más cortos.
Their colors and
Comprendí
patterns
que,
are
para
stunning.
maximizar
They
la
come in
producción de
black,
huevos de
white,
mis 20
brown,
gallinas,
gold,
debía
even
prestar
lavender.
especial atención
Wow,
al
they
manejo
sound
de la luz
beautiful.
en el gallinero.
And I think the article
Durante
mentioned
los
something
meses
about
de
their
verano,
feet.
Oh yeah,
la luz
they have
natural
feathered
era
feet, which makes it
suficiente
look like
para
they're wearing
estimular
little
la
boots.
puesta.
It's
Sin
definitely one
embargo,
of their most
en
distinctive
otoño e
features.
invierno,
They sound
cuando
adorable.
las horas de
I'm
luz natural
definitely adding them to my
disminuían,
list of
la producción de
potential
huevos
chicken
comenzaba a
buddies.
decaer.
They're a popular
Decidí
choice.
entonces implementar un
They're
sistema de
pretty, and they're
iluminación
known for
artificial
being
para
calm and
complementar la
laying a
luz
good amount of
natural
eggs.
y mantener un
Another breed that
fotoperiodo
caught my eye
constante
was the
de al
Polish
menos
chicken.
14 horas de luz al día.
A chicken with a
Investigué
giant
sobre los
poof of
diferentes
feathers
tipos
on
de
its head.
iluminación artificial
That's a
para
statement.
gallineros
They're
y opté por
definitely
focos
eye-catching.
LED
And you know
de
what?
bajo
They're
consumo
actually
que
pretty calm and
proporcionaban una
friendly,
luz
even with
blanca
that
similar a la
dramatic
luz
look.
solar.
The article did
Instalé un
mention that those
temporizador
big head
automático para
feathers can
controlar el
sometimes
encendido
block their
y apagado
vision,
de las luces,
making them easier
simulando un
target for
amanecer
predators.
y un
That's
atardecer
true.
gradual,
It's important to
evitando
think
cambios
about
bruscos
not
que
just how
pudieran
cool a
estresar a
breed
las
looks, but
aves.
also what
El
it needs to
objetivo
stay
era crear un
safe and
ambiente lo más
healthy.
natural
So you have to
posible,
balance looks
que engañara
with
al reloj biológico de las
Sometimes,
gallinas
yeah.
y las
But
estimulara a
luckily,
seguir
there are so
poniendo
many
huevos,
breeds out there. You're
incluso
bound to
durante
find
los
one
meses
that's
más oscuros del
beautiful,
año.
has a great
Sin embargo,
personality,
No me
and
limité
suits
a la
your
simple
lifestyle.
adición de
It
luz
sounds like there's a
artificial.
chicken personality
También me
for
preocupé
everyone.
por la calidad de la
Exactly.
luz
And that's one
y
of the
por
things that
respetar
makes
el ritmo
raising
circadiano
chickens
de las
so
gallinas.
fun.
Aprendí
Each
que las
breed
gallinas
has its own
necesitan un
unique
periodo de
charm and
oscuridad
quirks.
The
ininterrumpida
article also
para
talked
descansar
about breeds that are
adecuadamente
good for
y para
both
que se
eggs
produzcan
and
ciertos
meat.
procesos
Yeah, those are
hormonales
called
esenciales para su
dual-purpose
salud
breeds,
y su
and a lot of
producción.
people like them
Por lo
because you kind of
tanto,
get the best
me
of both
aseguré de que el
worlds.
So
gallinero
someone's
estuviera
looking for a breed that can
completamente
provide
oscuro
both
durante la
eggs
noche,
and meat.
evitando cualquier
Sussex
fuente de
might
luz
be a good
externa
choice.
que pudiera
Definitely.
interferir con
Sussex
su
chickens are
descanso.
good layers, and they
Además,
have a good
comencé a
meat-to-bone
experimentar
ratio,
con
which is
diferentes
important for
tonalidades
meat
de luz.
production.
Descubrí que
So
una
whether you
luz con
want
un tono
lots of
ligeramente
eggs,
rojizo
a
al
cuddly
amanecer y
pet,
al atardecer
or a chicken that
parecía
can
tener
provide
un
both
efecto
eggs and
calmante
meat,
sobre las gallinas
there's a
y
breed out there
estimulaba la
waiting to be
producción de
discovered.
huevos.
And with
Los
so many
resultados de la
awesome breeds to
implementación de un
choose
manejo
from,
adecuado de la
it's no
luz
wonder
fueron
backyard
notables.
chickens are
La
becoming so
producción de huevos se
popular.
mantuvo
We've
alta y
talked about a lot of
constante
different
durante
breeds
todo el
today,
año,
from the
incluso
fluffy
en los meses de
silkies
invierno.
to the fancy
Las
Polish
gallinas se
chickens to
mostraban
the
más
practical
tranquilas
Sussex
y
chickens.
menos
It's
propensas
been
al
fun learning
picaje
about all
o
the
al
different kinds of
canibalismo,
chickens there are.
And I
comportamientos que
feel
a
like we've
menudo
only
se
scratched the
asocian con el
surface. There's
estrés
still so much more to
lumínico.
learn about these
Además
amazing
de
birds.
aumentar la producción de
Absolutely.
huevos,
As we
la
continue to
gestión adecuada de la
explore, we'll
luz
uncover
me
even more
permitió
cool
ahorrar en
stuff about
costos de
backyard
alimentación,
chickens.
ya que las
Before we
gallinas
move on,
eran
though,
más
I want to
eficientes en
circle
la
back to
conversión
that
del alimento
statistic
en
we
huevos
mentioned
cuando se
about how
encontraban
many
bajo un
chicken keepers
fotoperiodo
run into
óptimo.
problems in their
Compartí mis
first year.
conocimientos
It's a
sobre
good
el manejo de
reminder
la
that
luz
being a
con
good
otros
chicken owner
avicultores de la
takes more than
comunidad,
just good
quienes también
intention.
experimentaron
It
mejoras
shows how important it
significativas
is to
en la
be
producción de sus
prepared,
gallineros.
do your
La
research,
iluminación
and
se
have
convirtió en un
access to
tema
good
central
information
en
and
nuestras
resources.
reuniones y
And to keep
talleres,
learning
y
and watching
juntos
your flock
exploramos
closely.
nuevas formas
They
de
can't tell
optimizar
us
el
when they
uso de
don't
la luz
feel well,
artificial,
so it's up to
siempre
us
con el
to be
objetivo
aware of
de
their
mejorar el
needs and
bienestar
spot
de las
any
aves
signs of
y la
illness or
eficiencia de la
distress.
producción.
That's such a good
Mi
point.
experiencia con la
It
luz
seems like
me
caring for
enseñó que la
chickens is
avicultura
more
es una
involved than I
ciencia
initially
sutil
thought.
que
It
requiere
is.
una comprensión
But with a
profunda de
little
la
knowledge and a lot
fisiología
of
y el
love, you can
comportamiento de
create
las
a
aves.
thriving and
Aprendí que
happy
la luz
flock.
no
Well
solo era
said.
una herramienta para
I'm even
aumentar la
more
producción,
motivated to learn
sino
about
un
keeping
elemento
chickens healthy and
fundamental para
happy.
el bienestar de las gallinas,
But for now,
un
let's
factor que
move on to
influía
some
en su
other
ciclo
interesting
hormonal,
aspects of
en su
raising
comportamiento
chickens.
Sounds good
y
to
en su
me. There's
salud
still a
general,
lot more to
y que,
explore.
al
I'm
igual que
ready
con la
for it.
alimentación y el agua, el
What
manejo
else do we have
adecuado
to
de la
uncover
luz
about these
era
feathered
una clave
friends?
para el éxito a largo
Well, we've talked
plazo
a
de
lot about the
cualquier proyecto
practical side of
avícola.
things, but I think it's
Desde
worth taking a
entonces,
moment
la
to
luz se convirtió
appreciate
en una
the,
aliada
let's say,
indispensable en mi
philosophical
granja,
side of
una
raising
herramienta que,
chickens.
Oh,
utilizada con
philosophical.
conocimiento y
I'm
respeto,
intrigued.
me permitía
Tell me
crear
more.
un ambiente
Think
óptimo
about it.
para mis gallinas
These
y
birds
obtener lo
that
mejor
we
de
now
ellas
see
de
as
forma
pets and
natural y
potential
sostenible.
moneymakers,
Después
they
de
were
años
once mainly
dedicados a la
seen as
crianza
just a
de
food
gallinas,
source.
Yeah,
de
that's true.
experimentar con
Chickens haven't
diferentes
always
técnicas
been
de
these
alimentación,
pampered
de
backyard
optimizar el
companions.
gallinero
Right. For a
y de
long time,
aprender
they were
sobre
part
la
of the
importancia
farm,
del agua y la
valuable
luz,
for their eggs
había
and
algo que
meat,
destacaba
but
por
not
encima de
necessarily
todo lo
thought of
demás,
as companions.
el valor
The Backyard Chicken
insustituible de
Coops
la
article actually
paciencia
mentioned
y la
this change
observación
in how we see
constante.
chickens, specifically
Había
talking
aprendido
about
que
the
no
Cochin
existían
breed.
fórmulas mágicas
the
ni
Cochins.
soluciones instantáneas
With
en
all
la
those fluffy
avicultura,
feathers
que
and their
cada
gentle
gallina era un
personality, they
individuo
really
único,
helped start
con
this
sus
whole
propias
trend
necesidades
of
y su
keeping
propio ritmo,
chickens as
y que
pets.
la clave
It's
para una
amazing that
producción
one
exitosa y
breed could
sostenible
have such a big
residía en la
impact on how we
capacidad de
see
observar
an entire
atentamente a las
species.
aves,
Their
de
unique look
interpretar sus
and their
señales
calm
y de
nature
adaptar el
really
manejo a sus
challenged the idea
necesidades
that
cambiantes.
chickens were just
Cada
about
mañana, al
utility.
entrar al
They
gallinero,
won
me
over
tomaba
people
mi
who had
tiempo
never
para
thought of
observar a
having a
mis
chicken as
gallinas.
a pet.
No solo
It shows you the
revisaba los
power of
comederos y
connection, right?
bebederos, o
When we
recolectaba
really
los
take the
huevos,
time to
me
observe and
sentaba en un
interact with
rincón
animals,
tranquilo y
we start
simplemente
to
las
understand and
observaba.
appreciate them in a whole new way.
Observaba cómo
And
se
that deeper
movían, cómo
understanding can lead
interactuaban
to a
entre
more
ellas,
compassionate
cómo
and
se
respectful
acicalaban las
relationship,
plumas.
not just
Escuchaba
with
sus
chickens,
sonidos,
but with
sus
all living
cacareos,
beings.
sus
Speaking of
murmullos.
respect and
Con el
compassion,
tiempo,
I think it's
aprendí a
important to talk
distinguir
about
los
the
sutiles
ethics of
cambios en
raising
su
chickens, whether
comportamiento
it's for
que
profit or
indicaban
just
que algo no andaba
companionship.
bien. Un
Absolutely.
plumaje
It's crucial
erizado,
to approach
una
this with
cresta
a sense of
pálida, una
responsibility,
disminución en
making
el
sure we're
apetito,
meeting their
una
needs
postura
and treating them
encorvada,
with the care
eran
and
señales
respect
de
they
alarma que
deserve.
me
So
indicaban
it's
que
not
debía
just
actuar
about
con
making the
rapidez.
most money or
La
getting those
observación
perfect
constante me
Instagram
permitía
pictures.
detectar
It's about putting
enfermedades
their
en sus
well-being
etapas
first.
iniciales antes de que se
Exactly. It's about
propagaran al
giving them
resto
a
del
safe
grupo.
and
También me
interesting
ayudaba a
environment where they
identificar
can
a
do
las
their
gallinas
natural chicken
dominantes
things and
y a
live a
las
good
más
life.
sumisas
So
para
we need to
asegurarme de que
consider
todas
their
tuvieran
physical
acceso al
needs,
alimento
how they
y al agua sin
interact
ser
with each other,
intimidadas.
and even
Aprendí
their
a
need
reconocer
for
el
mental
lenguaje corporal de las
stimulation and
gallinas,
enrichment.
a entender cuándo
Exactly.
estaban
It's about
contentas, cuándo
recognizing
estaban
that
estresadas y
chickens
cuándo
are living
necesitaban
beings
algo en
who feel
particular.
emotion,
La paciencia era
not
otra
just
virtud
things to be
esencial
used
que
for
había
our own
cultivado a lo
benefit.
largo de los años.
This whole deep dive
Entendí
has
que la
really
cría de
opened my eyes
gallinas
to the
era un
complexities
proceso
of
natural
raising
que no
chickens.
podía ser
It's a lot
forzado ni
more involved
acelerado
than I thought.
artificialmente.
But
Había
the
que
more we
respetar
learn,
los
the more
tiempos
we
de cada
appreciate
ave,
how these
su
creatures
ciclo de
can enrich our
crecimiento,
lives.
su ritmo
Well
de
said.
postura.
And on that
Aprendí
note,
a
I
aceptar
think
que
it's
no
time to
todos los
wrap up
días
this
habría la
deep
misma
dive into
cantidad
the
de
world of
huevos,
backyard
que habría
chickens.
días de mayor
We've
y menor
explores so
producción,
much,
y
from
que
the
eso era
practical
parte
aspects
normal
of
del
raising
ciclo de
them
vida de
to the
las
surprising
gallinas.
ways they can
La
help us make
paciencia
money
también me
and
ayudaba a
the ethical
lidiar con los
considerations that
imprevistos,
come with sharing
con las
our lives with them.
enfermedades,
It's been
con
an
los cambios
amazing journey,
climáticos,
full
con
of
los altibajos
insights,
del mercado.
surprises, and maybe
Sabía que
even
cada
a few
desafío era una
chicken-inspired
oportunidad
epiphanies.
para
We hope
aprender,
you've enjoyed
para
joining
mejorar
us
mis
on this deep
prácticas
dive,
y
and
para
that you've gained a
fortalecer mi
new perspective
resiliencia
on the
como
world of
avicultor.
backyard
Y
chickens.
sobre todo,
And who knows?
la paciencia me
Maybe
permitía
you'll
disfrutar
even
del
be
proceso,
inspired to
del
welcome
simple
some
placer de
feathered
observar a
friends
mis
into your own
gallinas, de
backyard.
cuidarlas
Until next
y de
time,
verlas
happy
prosperar.
chickening.
Con el tiempo, me
You know,
convertí en un
thinking about all
referente
these
para
different breeds,
otros
it's funny.
avicultores de la región.
These birds
Me
we see
buscaban
as
para pedirme
pets or even
consejo,
ways to
para
make
compartir
money,
sus
they were
inquietudes
once
y para
mostly
aprender
just
de mi
food.
experiencia.
Right.
Y yo
It's not
siempre
like
les decía
chickens
lo
have
mismo.
always been these,
Observen
you
a sus
know,
gallinas,
pampered
escúchenlas,
backyard
sean
buddies.
pacientes y
Yeah, for
constantes.
centuries they were just part
Ellas
of the
les
farm
dirán lo que
scene.
necesitan.
Valuable for
Les
eggs and
enseñaba a
meat,
interpretar
sure,
las
but
señales
not
de
really
las
seen as
aves, a
companions.
identificar
The
problemas
Backyard
de
Chicken
salud,
Coops article
a
mentioned
ajustar
that,
la
how our view of them
alimentación
has
y a
changed.
mejorar el
We talked
ambiente del
specifically
gallinero.
about coaching
Pero,
chickens.
Oh
sobre
yeah,
todo, les
cochins,
transmitía
all
la
fluffy and
importancia de la
gentle.
conexión con
They
los
kind of started
animales,
this whole thing
del
about
respeto
keeping
por su
chickens as
naturaleza
pets.
It's weird
y
to
del
think
amor por
one
el trabajo
breed
bien
could change
hecho.
how we see a whole
Mi mayor
species.
satisfacción
Their look
no era
and
la
their
cantidad de
personality,
huevos
it
que
really
producían
challenged
mis
the idea
gallinas,
that chickens
sino
were
el
just,
bienestar que les podía
useful.
proporcionar
People
y
who
la
never thought
relación
of
de
a chicken as a
confianza que
pet,
había construido
suddenly
con
they are
ellas.
charmed.
It's all about
Ellas eran
connection, I
mis
guess.
compañeras,
When you
mis
really look at
maestras
animals
y
and
mis
spend time
amigas.
with them, you
Y yo,
understand them
a su
better,
vez, me
appreciate
había
them more.
convertido en un
And
guardián
that
de sus
leads to
secretos,
treating them
un
better, being
intérprete
more
de sus
compassionate, not just
necesidades
chickens, but
y un
any
promotor de
animal.
una
Which brings up
agricultura
something
más
important.
humana y
The
sostenible.
ethics of
La
raising chickens,
paciencia y la
whether
observación
for profit
constante
or
se
just
habían
because you like
convertido en
them.
las
Definitely,
herramientas
you
más
have to be
valiosas de mi oficio,
responsible, make
las
sure
llaves
their
que me
needs are
abrían las
met,
puertas
treat them
a un
well, all
conocimiento
that.
profundo de las
So it's not
gallinas
just about,
y a una relación
making a
armoniosa con
buck
la
or getting cute
naturaleza.
pictures for
Y todo
Instagram. It's
comenzó
about
con
making
una
sure the
pregunta
chickens are okay.
aparentemente sencilla.
Exactly. It's
¿Cómo
about giving
aumentar
them
la
a
producción
good,
de huevos
safe
en 20
place where they
gallinas?
can be
La
chickens and have a
respuesta,
good
como
life.
We
descubrí a
got
lo
to think
largo de
about their
los años,
physical needs, their
era un
social
camino de
stuff,
aprendizaje
even
continuo,
keeping them
un
mentally
camino que se
stimulated.
recorría con
Right.
paciencia, con
Chickens are
observación
living
y
beings
sobre
with
todo
feelings,
con un
not
profundo
just
amor y
commodities.
respeto por las
This
aves que
whole deep dive
generosamente
has made me
compartían sus
realize
frutos con
raising
nosotros.
chickens is more complex than I
Hola,
thought.
hola,
It is,
familia de la
but the
tierra y
more you
apasionados
learn, the
de
more
las
you
aves.
appreciate how much
Bienvenidos a
they
este
can add to your
rincón de
life.
sabiduría
So true.
campestre, donde
Well, I
compartimos
think it's time to wrap
experiencias,
up this deep
consejos
dive into
y el amor
backyard
por la vida
chickens.
rural. Me
We've
llamo
gone over a
Fernando
lot.
y hoy quiero hablarles desde
The
el
practical
corazón,
stuff, the
con la
business side
calidez
of
de quien ha
things,
visto crecer
the
a sus
ethics
gallinas
of it
desde
all.
It's
pollitas
been quite a
y ha
journey.
aprendido a
Lots of
entender sus
insights,
necesidades.
surprises, and maybe
Vamos
even
a
some
charlar
moments where we
sobre un
thought,
tema que me llena
never
de
thought about
entusiasmo,
chickens like that.
los
We
10
hope you've
mejores
enjoyed it as
alimentos
much as we
caseros
have,
para 20
and that you've
gallinas.
come away with a
Porque,
new
seamos
understanding
sinceros,
of
no hay
backyard
nada como ver a
chickens.
nuestras
And hey,
plumíferas
maybe
amigas
you'll even decide to
disfrutar
add
de
some
una
feathered
dieta
friends to
natural,
your own backyard.
variada y
Until
hecha con
next
nuestras
time,
propias manos.
happy chickening.
Hoy les contaré mis secretos.
Have you ever wondered if you could transform your life with a simple idea? What if raising chickens could be the key to escaping poverty and building a thriving business? Rhode Island Reds are not just any chickens, they are resilient, productive, and perfect for creating a sustainable source of income. Whether you're starting with just a few birds or dreaming of a large flock, this journey can change your life forever. In this story, we'll explore how you can turn Rhode Island Reds into a profitable business from scratch. You'll learn about creating the perfect environment for your chickens, maximizing their productivity, and scaling your operation to achieve financial success. This isn't just about raising chickens, it's about building a future. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs inspiration. If you're serious about starting your own Rhode Island Red business, comment info below for free advice and guidance. Let's start the journey to transforming your life today. The first step in transforming Rhode Island Reds into a profitable business is to lay a solid foundation. These chickens are renowned for their hardiness and productivity, but success doesn't happen by chance. It requires planning, preparation, and a clear understanding of their needs. Starting small and building gradually allows you to learn and grow alongside your flock. Creating the right environment is key. Rhode Island Reds need a safe, clean, and spacious home to thrive. Constructing a sturdy coop is your first priority. Use materials that are durable and weather-resistant to protect your chickens from predators and harsh conditions. Ensure the coop has adequate ventilation to prevent the buildup of ammonia and moisture, which can harm their health. Inside the coop, include nesting boxes, perches, and sufficient space for the chickens to move freely. Nesting boxes provide a quiet and secure space for hens to lay eggs, while perches allow them to rest comfortably at night. Cleanliness is critical, so design the space for easy maintenance, ensuring that waste can be removed quickly and efficiently. Foraging is a natural behavior for chickens and improves their health and well-being. Create an outdoor run where your Rhode Island Reds can explore, scratch, and forage for insects and plants. Secure the area with sturdy fencing to protect against predators, and consider using netting to shield them from aerial attacks. Shade and shelter in the run will keep your chickens comfortable during extreme weather. Feeding your Rhode Island Reds requires a balanced approach. While commercial feed provides essential nutrients, incorporating natural and locally sourced food options can reduce costs and enhance egg quality. Kitchen scraps, garden greens, and grains like corn or oats are excellent supplements. Growing your own feed, such as alfalfa or clover, provides a sustainable source of nutrition and reduces dependence on store-bought feed. Lighting plays a significant role in egg production. Chickens require consistent daylight to maintain their laying cycle. During shorter days, supplement natural light with artificial lighting in the coop to ensure year-round productivity. This foundation sets the stage for a thriving flock. By addressing their basic needs and creating an optimal environment, you position yourself for long-term success in raising Rhode Island Reds. Once your Rhode Island Reds are settled into their environment, the next step is to focus on maximizing egg production. These chickens are prolific layers, and with the right care and strategies, you can turn their eggs into a reliable source of income. This phase is about optimizing their productivity and ensuring consistent, high-quality results. Nutrition is at the heart of egg production. Rhode Island Reds require a diet rich in protein, calcium, and essential nutrients. While commercial layer feed provides a solid base, you can enhance their diet with natural supplements. Crushed oyster shells or eggshells offer additional calcium, which is vital for strong eggshells. Protein sources like mealworms or sunflower seeds support healthy egg production. Fresh greens and herbs are another valuable addition to their diet. Plants like spinach, kale, and dandelion provide essential vitamins, while herbs like oregano and garlic boost their immune systems. Growing these in your garden reduces costs and ensures a steady supply of fresh, organic supplements. Clean water is equally important. Ensure your chickens have constant access to fresh water and consider using automatic waterers to simplify the process. During hot weather, adding electrolytes to their water helps keep them hydrated and productive. Stress management is crucial for maintaining high egg production. Chickens are sensitive to changes in their environment, so keep their routine consistent. Avoid overcrowding in the coop, as this can lead to stress and lower productivity. Regularly clean their living spaces to prevent the buildup of bacteria and parasites that can harm their health. Collecting eggs frequently is another way to maximize productivity. Gathering eggs daily prevents breakage and discourages brooding behavior, where hens stop laying to focus on incubating eggs. Proper handling and storage ensure your eggs remain fresh and market-ready. Marketing your eggs effectively is key to profitability. Emphasize their freshness, quality, and natural production methods to attract customers. Farmers markets, local stores, and online platforms are excellent channels for selling your eggs. Packaging them in eco-friendly cartons with labels that highlight your farm's story can add value and appeal. By focusing on nutrition, care, and effective marketing, you can turn egg production into a steady and lucrative income stream. Rhode Island Reds are known for their reliability, and with the right approach, they'll deliver exceptional results. As your Rhode Island Red operation grows, it's time to think about scaling your business. Expanding your flock, diversifying your products, and reaching new markets are all part of building a sustainable and profitable enterprise. This phase is about turning your small venture into a legacy that can support your family for generations. Reinvesting in your business is the first step to scaling. Use the profits from egg sales to expand your infrastructure, purchase additional chickens, or invest in better equipment. Automated feeders, waterers, and egg collectors streamline daily tasks, allowing you to manage a larger flock without overwhelming yourself. Diversification is another avenue for growth. While eggs may be your primary product, Rhode Island Reds offer other opportunities. Selling live chickens to other farmers, offering fertilized eggs for hatching, or producing organic manure for gardeners are all ways to expand your offerings. These additional revenue streams increase your resilience and open new markets. Building partnerships is key to long-term success. Collaborate with local restaurants, cafes, and grocery stores to supply fresh eggs and poultry. Approach these businesses with professionalism, offering samples and highlighting the quality of your products. Establishing strong relationships with these partners provides a steady demand for your products. Leverage social media and online platforms to reach a wider audience. Share updates about your farm, post photos of your Rhode Island Reds, and engage with your customers. A strong online presence builds trust and attracts new buyers who value transparency and authenticity. Education and community involvement are also powerful tools for growth. Hosting workshops or farm tours allows you to share your knowledge and inspire others to start their own farming journeys. These events not only build goodwill but also position your farm as a leader in sustainable agriculture. Scaling your business requires careful planning and a commitment to maintaining quality. As you grow, prioritize the health and well-being of your chickens, as their productivity is the foundation of your success. Involve your family or hire help as needed to manage the increased workload and ensure your farm runs smoothly. By expanding thoughtfully and maintaining your focus on quality, you can transform your Rhode Island Red business into a thriving enterprise. This journey is about more than just making money, it's about creating a legacy that enriches your life and inspires those around you. Feeding your Rhode Island Reds sustainably is critical to ensuring their health and productivity while keeping costs manageable. A well-designed feeding system not only maximizes their egg-laying potential but also helps you save money and reduce waste. Start by understanding the nutritional needs of Rhode Island Reds. These chickens thrive on a balanced diet rich in proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. Commercial chicken feed is a reliable option, but incorporating local and natural food sources can significantly reduce costs while maintaining quality. Explore partnerships with local markets or grocery stores to collect vegetable scraps and unsold produce. Items like spinach, kale, carrot tops, and squash are excellent supplements to their diet. Many vendors are happy to provide these at no cost, as it reduces their waste. Be sure to clean and chop the scraps before feeding them to your chickens to ensure safety and easy consumption. Growing your own feed is another excellent way to create a sustainable system. Crops like corn, alfalfa, clover, and sunflower seeds provide essential nutrients and can be cultivated in your backyard or a small plot of land. Herbs like oregano, mint, and thyme are not only nutritious but also have medicinal properties that support the immune system of your chickens. Insects and grubs are a natural protein source that chickens love. Encourage foraging by providing access to a secure outdoor area where your Rhode Island Reds can scratch and peck for bugs. Alternatively, you can set up a compost pile in their foraging area, attracting insects while recycling organic waste. Ensure a steady supply of clean, fresh water for your chickens. Automatic waterers are a convenient way to maintain hydration without constant monitoring. During hot weather, consider adding electrolytes to their water to keep them healthy and productive. By focusing on sustainability and cost efficiency in feeding your Rhode Island Reds, you can create a system that supports their health, enhances egg production, and keeps your business profitable. The health of your Rhode Island Reds is the cornerstone of your success. Healthy chickens lay more eggs, live longer, and require less intervention, saving you time and money. Preventing diseases and maintaining a proactive healthcare system ensures your flock thrives and your operation remains sustainable. Start with a clean and safe environment. Regularly clean the coop and nesting boxes to prevent the buildup of bacteria and parasites. Replace bedding frequently and ensure proper ventilation to reduce humidity and ammonia levels. A clean environment minimizes the risk of respiratory issues and other common chicken illnesses. Vaccination is a key part of disease prevention. Consult a local veterinarian or poultry expert to ensure your chickens receive the necessary vaccinations for diseases prevalent in your area. Vaccination protects against serious illnesses that could otherwise devastate your flock. Natural remedies and supplements can boost your chickens' immune systems. Adding garlic, oregano, and apple cider vinegar to their diet or water provides antimicrobial benefits. Growing these herbs in your garden ensures a steady and cost-effective supply. Monitor your flock daily for signs of illness. Look out for changes in behavior, appetite, or appearance, as these can be early indicators of health problems. Early detection allows you to address issues before they escalate, saving your flock and your investment. Reduce stress by maintaining a consistent routine for feeding, watering, and care. Chickens are creatures of habit, and disruptions in their environment can negatively impact their health and egg production. Protect them from predators by securing the coop and outdoor run with sturdy fencing. By prioritizing the health of your Rhode Island Reds through cleanliness, vaccination, and natural care, you create a resilient flock capable of sustaining a profitable business. Once your Rhode Island Reds are healthy and productive, the next step is to market your products and expand your business. Turning a small flock into a thriving enterprise requires effective marketing, diversification, and strategic growth. Begin by identifying your target audience. Local markets, grocery stores, and restaurants are excellent places to sell fresh eggs and poultry. Approach these businesses with professionalism, offering samples of your products and sharing your farm story. Highlight the quality, freshness, and sustainability of your products to differentiate them from competitors. Social media is a powerful tool for reaching a broader audience. Create accounts on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok to share updates about your farm, photos of your Rhode Island Reds, and engaging content about your products. Regular posts and interactions with followers build trust and attract new customers. Packaging is another important aspect of marketing. Use clean, eco-friendly packaging to present your eggs and poultry. Including a short story or description about your farm's practices adds a personal touch that appeals to customers. Professional labeling helps your products stand out in stores and markets. Diversification is key to growing your revenue streams. Rhode Island Reds are dual-purpose chickens, meaning you can sell both eggs and meat. Offering fertilized eggs for hatching, live chickens to other farmers, or organic manure for gardeners provides additional income opportunities. Expand your market reach by building partnerships with local businesses. Restaurants and cafes often seek high-quality, locally sourced ingredients. Establishing these relationships ensures a steady demand for your products and increases your visibility in the community. As your business grows, consider reinvesting in infrastructure and equipment to streamline operations. Automated feeders, waterers, and egg collectors save time and allow you to manage a larger flock more efficiently. Involving family members or hiring help can also reduce the workload as your operation expands. By focusing on effective marketing and strategic expansion, you can turn your Rhode Island Red business into a sustainable and profitable enterprise. Growth is about more than just increasing numbers, it's about creating a legacy that supports your family and inspires your community. The key to turning your Rhode Island Red business into a sustainable venture lies in building strong relationships within your local community. Leveraging partnerships with businesses, markets, and individual customers creates a steady demand for your products and opens new opportunities for growth. Begin by identifying potential partners in your area. Restaurants, cafes, and small grocery stores often prioritize sourcing fresh, local ingredients, and your eggs and poultry can be a perfect fit for their needs. Approach these businesses with professionalism, offering samples of your products and emphasizing the quality and care that goes into raising your Rhode Island Reds. Highlight the freshness of your eggs, the natural diet of your chickens, and your sustainable farming practices. Farmers markets are another excellent venue for connecting with your community. Setting up a stall allows you to showcase your products directly to consumers who value locally sourced and high-quality goods. Use this opportunity to share your story and educate customers about what makes your Rhode Island Red special. Personal interactions at markets often lead to repeat customers and word-of-mouth referrals. Collaborations with other local farmers can also strengthen your presence in the community. Partnering with vegetable growers, honey producers, or bakers to create farm-to-table bundles is an effective way to reach new customers. Bundles that include your eggs or poultry alongside other fresh, local products offer convenience and added value for consumers. In addition to selling products, consider engaging with the community through educational workshops or farm tours. Hosting events where people can learn about raising chickens, collecting eggs, or sustainable farming practices positions you as an expert in your field. These interactions not only build goodwill but also create a loyal customer base. Finally, don't overlook the power of online community groups. Local Facebook or WhatsApp groups are often used for buying and selling goods or sharing recommendations. Posting regularly about your products and availability helps you connect with customers who may not frequent markets or restaurants. By focusing on building strong local partnerships, you create a network of supporters who value your products and ensure a consistent demand for your Rhode Island Red business. As you grow your Rhode Island Red business, diversifying your revenue streams becomes essential for ensuring long-term stability. Relying solely on egg sales can be limiting, especially during seasonal fluctuations or unexpected challenges. By offering additional products and services, you can create multiple income sources and strengthen your operation. Start by exploring the full potential of Rhode Island Reds. In addition to eggs, these chickens can be raised for meat, providing an alternative product for customers. Dual-purpose marketing, offering both eggs and poultry, allows you to reach a broader audience and increase sales. Ensure that you communicate the natural and sustainable methods used to raise your chickens, as this appeals to health-conscious buyers. Fertilized eggs for hatching are another lucrative option. Many hobby farmers or small-scale producers are interested in raising their own Rhode Island Reds. Selling fertilized eggs or day-old chicks opens a new market and increases the value of your operation. Consider creating care guides or online resources to support new chicken owners, positioning yourself as a trusted supplier and mentor. Organic manure is a byproduct of your farm that can also be monetized. Chicken manure is highly valued by gardeners and farmers for its nutrient-rich properties. Composting the manure and selling it as fertilizer provides an additional income stream while reducing waste on your farm. Offering it in bags or partnering with local garden centers can help you reach interested buyers. Value-added products can further expand your offerings. For example, you can create pickled eggs, homemade mayonnaise, or prepackaged farm bundles that include eggs, fresh vegetables, and other goods. These products often fetch higher prices and allow you to showcase the versatility of your farm. If space allows, you can also branch out into growing feed crops or herbs for sale. Items like sunflower seeds, alfalfa, or oregano are useful for both your chickens and local buyers. Selling excess produce or herbs provides another way to diversify and utilize your resources fully. Diversification ensures that your business remains resilient against market changes and challenges. By expanding your offerings strategically, you can create a stable and sustainable operation that continues to grow over time. Scaling your Rhode Island Red business requires careful planning and strategic investments.
All right, let's dive in. Today we're all about ISA brown chickens.
A popular breed.
Popular for sure.
Yeah.
Whether you're thinking about your own backyard flock or just curious.
Yeah, lots of folks are interested.
We've got two great sources for you today. One is a really detailed guide, kind of like from a family farmstead.
Hands-on experience.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one, it's more from like a chicken supply company, you know?
A little more opinionated.
A bit, yeah. And let me tell you, getting into this, there are some surprises, especially with like how long they live and how many eggs they lay. It's wild.
Yeah, two sources, but a lot to unpack.
For sure. So let's kick things off with the origin story, right? These chickens, they're not your like typical, what do they call them, heritage breed.
Right, right. ISA Browns, they're actually pretty new. Developed in France back in 1978.
Oh, wow. So they're like purpose-built.
Exactly, specifically for egg production.
Yeah.
And the name ISA, it stands for Institut de Sélection Animale.
Wait, so their name literally means like Institute for Animal Selection?
Straightforward.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. But it gets even more interesting because apparently the exact parent breeds they use to make ISA Browns, it's like a big secret.
Like a closely guarded secret.
Like some kind of like top secret chicken recipe. Why all the secrecy?
Well, you see, ISA Browns are hybrids.
Okay.
And those parent breeds, they're like carefully chosen for specific things, you know, like how many eggs they lay, how tough they are.
I see, I see.
So keeping it secret helps them make sure their ISA Browns are always like consistent.
So it's like protecting their, what is it, intellectual property.
You could say that.
So we're talking hybrid vigor here.
Exactly. That's why they're so strong and lay so many eggs.
Hold on. What exactly is hybrid vigor? And is there like a downside to that?
Okay, think of it this way. Imagine you could like combine the best parts of two different athletes to create one super athlete.
Okay, I'm with you.
In genetics, when you mix carefully chosen individuals from different lines, their babies, they often end up with like enhanced traits.
Huh.
So yeah, hybrid vigor. But there is a trade-off.
Oh.
The same stuff that makes them so vigorous, it also makes it super hard to like reliably breed hybrids.
So you can't just take two ISA Browns, breed them, and expect like the same amazing egg-laying chicks.
Exactly. You might get some that look similar, but the egg-laying other traits, it could be all over the place.
Huh. That's kind of like, I don't know, trying to recreate a famous painting by just like randomly mixing colors.
Right. You might get close, but it won't be the original. You got to go back to those top secret parent lines.
So for all those backyard breeders out there, if you want those awesome brown eggs, got to stick with Aya Browns from like a real hatchery.
Exactly. A reputable source.
All right, all right. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, what do these chickens actually look like?
Right. You've seen pictures, right?
Yeah. They're pretty striking with all that like reddish brown.
Yeah, they've got a single comb, bright red wattles, really pops against those feathers. And one source even mentioned that they're rather tolerant of the heat.
So they're practical too.
Well suited for different climates, yeah.
Makes sense. But okay, enough about looks. We got to talk about what they're known for, those incredible eggs.
Right. Over 300 large brown eggs in their first year.
Whoa, wait, seriously, that's like almost an egg a day.
Pretty much. They start laying a bit later than some breeds, around 24 to 26 weeks.
Okay.
But once they get going, it's remarkable.
Like little egg-laying machines.
Mm-hmm.
And those brown eggs are pretty much what you see in every grocery store, right?
Pretty much the gold standard, yeah.
All sounds amazing, but there's got to be a catch, right? All that productivity, it can't be free.
You're right to be skeptical. Sadly, there's a downside.
Uh-oh, I knew it.
Ice Bens, they don't live as long as other breeds. Usually just 2 to 4 years.
Really? Why is that? Is it because of, all the eggs?
That's what most folks think. Their bodies are working overtime, and it puts a strain on them, especially their reproductive system.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Still, kind of sad to think about.
One source even said they can basically die from exhaustion, and they're more likely to have reproductive problems, tumor, stuff like that.
Man, that's heavy.
It's definitely something to consider, especially if you're thinking about getting Isa Browns yourself for your backyard.
Yeah, for sure. Well, on a maybe a lighter note, both our sources agree that even with all that egg laying going on, they're known for being pretty chill, friendly birds.
That's right. Calm, gentle, often described that way.
So they're like the ideal starter chicken, huh? Easygoing, tons of eggs. What's not to love?
Well, we haven't even gotten into the whole broodiness debate yet.
Oh, yeah, right. One source said they almost never go broody, but another one said it can happen, like if the environment is right.
Yeah, it seems like in commercial settings, where they're in cages and can't nest, their instincts might get suppressed.
Interesting.
But give them space, nesting boxes, a little privacy, maybe those maternal urges kick in.
So it's all about the environment, huh?
Seems like it.
Which brings up a good point. Rescue hens. Have you heard of that?
Of course. Where people adopt ex-battery hens, right?
Yeah. This is like a great way to give those birds a second chance.
It is, but it comes with its own challenges.
How so?
Well, an Isa Brown that's lived in a cage its whole life, they might have health problems, act a little different, need some extra care to adjust.
One of our sources, they had this really vivid description. They said, rescued hens often don't have many feathers. Their combs and wattles are pale, just like don't look healthy.
Yeah, a far cry from those glossy pictures you see.
It's true. Really makes you think about those commercial farms.
It does. Makes you wonder what those birds go through.
Speaking of the commercial side, there was this thing about, what was it called? The cheap chicken trap.
Oh, right.
Something to watch out for if you're buying Isa Browns.
You might see crazy low prices for chicks or hens.
Yeah, tempting for sure.
But usually there's a reason they're so cheap.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the catch? Are they like messed up chickens or something?
Not necessarily. A lot of times those super cheap birds are older hens, close to the end of their laying cycle.
Ah, so you might end up with a sweet hen who just doesn't lay many eggs.
Exactly. If you want a productive layer, better to spend a bit more for a younger bird.
And there were those tips for telling how old a chicken is, right?
Right. Younger birds have smaller combs and wattles.
Okay.
Their legs are smoother, less scaly, and the feathers aren't as worn out.
Good to know. So it sounds like Isa Browns can be a great addition to a backyard flock. But like anything, got to do your research.
Absolutely.
Don't just jump at the cheapest option.
Exactly. And speaking of things to think about, we haven't even touched on the ethics of how Isa Browns are used in, big egg farms.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion.
A big one. It's been on my mind throughout this whole conversation.
Me too. All this talk about their egg laying, their short lifespans, those images of the rescued hens, it definitely raises some questions.
Big questions.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll be getting into next time.
Stay tuned. We're diving deeper into the ethics of it all. Okay, so we're talking about Isa Browns being good for families, beginners, like what makes them a good fit?
Well, they're pretty low maintenance, besides being docile.
Right.
Hardy birds adapt to different climates.
Yeah, we talked about the heat.
And not as prone to, like, health problems as some other breeds.
It's true. One source even said theirs did great when it was, get this, -22 degrees.
Wow. Cold hardy for sure.
Those feathers must help.
Probably.
Okay, so practical for different climates. What about space? Since they're bred for, laying so many eggs, can you just stick them in a tiny coop?
That's a good point. And no, they need space to really do well.
Makes sense.
One source recommended, let's see, at least 4 square feet per bird inside,
Oh, yeah.
and then like 8 to 10 square feet each in a run.
So not exactly for apartments, but doable for most backyards.
Yeah, for sure. Got to give them room to roam around, forage, be chickens.
Happy chickens lay happy eggs, right?
Something like that. And speaking of being chickens, how do they do with other breeds? We talked about rescue hens, but what if you're like adding them to a flock that's already there?
Yeah, good question.
One source actually mentioned that Isa Browns can be a bit choosy about newcomers.
Oh, really?
They even use the word chickist.
Chickist, okay. Never heard that one before. So maybe not the most welcoming.
Not always, but you can manage it, introduce them in a bigger space so it's less crowded.
Okay.
Have plenty of food and water so there's no competition.
Right.
And make sure the new birds are like the same size or even a bit bigger than the ones already there.
So a little planning goes a long way.
Definitely. Especially the size thing. Imagine putting a tiny bantam in with those bigger Isa Browns.
Yikes. Recipe for disaster.
Pretty much. Oh, and remember that cheap Isa Brown warning?
Oh, yeah, from before.
Be careful about those super low prices.
Right. If it sounds too good to be true.
It probably is. A lot of times those cheap birds are older hens.
Makes sense.
Close to the end of their laying days. Someone's trying to, get rid of them.
So you might get a friendly hen, but not many eggs.
Exactly. If you want eggs, spend a bit more. Get a younger bird from a good breeder.
And we can tell how old they are by, like, those little signs?
Right. Smaller combs and wattles, smoother legs, feathers that aren't as worn out.
Okay, good to remember. So, yeah, Isa Browns, they can be awesome, but got to be smart about it.
Do your research.
Exactly. Don't just go for the cheapest option.
Couldn't agree more. But we haven't even touched on the ethics of it all.
Oh, right.
How Isa Browns are used in those big commercial egg farms.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's been on my mind this whole time.
Me too. We've talked about the eggs, their lifespans, those pictures of the rescued hens. It definitely makes you think.
Big questions.
And that's what we'll be talking about next, the ethics of it all. Okay, so we're back, and it's time to tackle the tougher part of this whole Isa Brown story.
Yeah, the ethics.
The ethics, exactly. We can't just ignore, where a lot of these birds end up.
Right, it's a different picture from those happy backyard flocks.
Totally. And we talked about those images, those rescued battery hens. It's tough to see.
It is.
No feathers, pale, just like exhausted. It doesn't really fit with this idea of them being, friendly and docile.
It's the environment, it plays a huge role.
Right.
When it's all about producing as many eggs as possible, like in those big farms, well, the chickens pay the price.
One source even talked about, like, the physical toll on their bodies. Tumors, cancers, all because of laying so many eggs.
Yeah, a lot to endure, especially for such a short lifespan.
It really makes you think, are we part of the problem? By wanting cheap eggs all the time, are we supporting this system?
It's a tough question.
So what can we do? Do we all need to, boycott store-bought eggs and raise our own chickens?
Well, that's one way, but it's not realistic for everyone.
True.
There are other things we can do, though.
Like what?
Support local farmers who, treat their chickens better, choose pasture-raised or free-range eggs.
Okay.
Maybe even just eat fewer eggs overall.
It's all about being a more, conscious consumer.
Exactly. Knowing what those labels mean, asking questions, being willing to, pay a bit more for eggs that align with our values.
Yeah, it all adds up.
Every little bit helps.
So as we wrap up this whole deep dive into Isa Browns, it's been, a lot to think about.
Definitely.
We've gone from their history to their egg-laying superpowers to these really complex ethical questions.
A lot to consider, yeah.
Hopefully everyone listening has a better understanding of this breed and, what they can do as a consumer.
That's the goal.
So think about what matters to you. What role do you want to play in, making things better?
Making the food system better for everyone.
Exactly. The choices are out there, and it starts with us.
With the consumers, yeah.
If you want to learn more, about different chicken breeds, ethical egg production, all that, we've got some links in the show notes.
Definitely check those out.
Keep learning, keep asking those questions, and, keep making choices that you feel good about.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's a wrap for today, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Isa Brown adventure. And until next time, happy chickening.
All right, diving in today, we're all about the Rhode Island red chicken.
Oh, yeah?
You sent in a farming business plan
Interesting.
and a breed guide.
Okay, nice.
So lots to uncover, practical stuff, fun facts, the whole deal.
What's cool is this isn't just any chicken.
Oh.
We're talking about Rhode Island's official state bird.
State bird. Wow. Okay, so they must be something special then, right?
Absolutely. It starts with their look, their appearance,
Mm.
this brick-like rectangular body. The Mile 4 guide mentions that.
Interesting shit.
Yeah, unique for sure.
Yeah.
And those tight, hard feathers, that's apparently from their Malay ancestors.
Oh, wow. So there's some history there.
Definitely a legacy. And of
Yeah.
course, we can't forget the red combs and wattles.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic chicken.
Yes, yeah.
Those vibrant reds.
Exactly.
So painting a picture here, they don't sound like your average fluffy farm friend.
No. There's like a proud, almost regal look to them and their personalities, described as curious and nosy, active, even following their owners around, according to the guide.
So personality to match the looks.
It seems like it, yeah, confident birds.
I like it. But gotta ask about the practical stuff.
Sure.
300 eggs a year. The guide mentions that. That's a lot of omelets.
It is. And, get this.
What?
Their eggs can be up to 20% heavier
No way.
than your typical store-bought eggs.
Oh.
So imagine almost every day,
Fresh eggs.
fresh and bare.
That's amazing.
Right.
Okay, 300 eggs sounds great in theory, but realistically, is every bird,
Right.
pumping those out? What affects their laying?
That's a good question. Diet, health, stress, those all play a role.
Makes sense.
But the guide really emphasizes their excellent reputation as layers.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the name.
Right. Rhode Island Reds. Got to lay those red eggs.
Exactly.
But, as with any livestock, results will vary a bit.
Right. Individual birds, different situations.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got beautiful birds, curious, lay a ton of eggs. But what about the whole mother hen thing? Do Rhode Island Reds have that instinct?
Yeah, so the guide talks about broodiness, which is that instinct
Okay.
to sit on eggs, hatch chicks.
Got it.
And modern Rhode Island Reds,
Mhm.
they've been bred mainly for egg production. So that instinct,
Okay.
it's been mostly bred out.
So less likely to go broody than some other breeds.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But here's a twist. They can still go broody
Oh.
sometimes. And when they do, exceptional mothers.
Mm.
Very protective, dedicated.
So you might not always get it, but when you do, top-notch mothering.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, so they may not always want to sit on those eggs, but dedicated when they do.
Exactly.
What about just overall hardiness? Like, can they handle different conditions, climates?
Both sources actually highlight that, their ability to thrive
Oh,
in a variety of conditions. They can deal with heat up to 95 degrees.
wow.
Still lay well, and they're hardy enough for snowy winters.
That's impressive.
And great foragers, too, finding a lot of their own food.
So pretty low maintenance overall.
Seems like it, yeah, definitely adaptable.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
But even if they're tough, they still got to live in a flock, right?
Right.
How do they handle that pecking order?
That's important, They're generally friendly.
Yeah.
But the Mile 4 guide notes that Rhode Island Reds, they tend to sit high in that pecking order.
Okay.
So not necessarily aggressive,
Uh-huh.
but definitely assertive,
Not shrinking violets.
No, not at all.
I like it.
And the guide really stresses you got to consider this
Right.
if you're putting them in a mixed flock.
Especially with more docile breeds.
Exactly. Wouldn't want to upset that balance, close conflict.
Good advice. All right. Shifting gears a bit, the Roy's farm plan talks about the business side.
Right.
It highlights their dual-purpose nature. Good for meat and eggs.
Exactly. And that makes them, a versatile choice.
For commercial farming.
Yeah, efficient, productive.
So commercially viable.
And the plan also notes about 5 square feet of space per bird.
Oh, okay, for housing.
Yeah, something to keep in mind.
Definitely important for those thinking about raising them on that scale.
For sure, space considerations.
So a lot to consider there. What other intriguing facts stood out to you?
Oh, well, there's a bantam variety of Rhode Island Reds.
What?
Yeah, imagine a miniature version.
Oh, wow.
Tiny, only about 2 pounds.
A pocket-sized Rhode Island Red.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and both sources mentioned they're widely available.
Okay.
Hatcheries, existing farms, you can find them.
So not some rare breed.
Right. Relatively easy to source.
Sounds like you did a deep dive into their history too, huh?
Well, you know me. Gotta love a good origin story.
Of course, of course.
So both sources trace them back to the mid-1800s,
Okay.
Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were developed from various Eastern breeds.
Like what?
Cochin, Malay, Java, those are a few.
Interesting mix.
Right. And it's fascinating to think, these chickens we're talking about now,
Uh-huh.
they're the result of this long, careful breeding process.
It really adds another layer to appreciating them.
Definitely a lot of history there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it really is amazing how much history is packed into, one breed.
Yeah.
Speaking of history, the Mile 4 guide,
Okay.
it actually dives into those specific traits
Right, right.
from those founding breeds.
Oh, interesting.
Like their hardiness
Uh-huh.
probably comes from the Malay, known for its resilience.
So they're like a blend of
Yeah.
all these good chicken characteristics.
Precisely. Carefully curated.
I like that, curated.
And that brings up a question.
Ah.
What makes a characteristic desirable in the first place?
That's a good point.
Right. Like for a farmer, it's different than...
Than a backyard enthusiast.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're looking for different things.
Totally. The Roy's Farm Plan, it's focused on
Production.
production, yeah.
Feed conversion rates, growth speed.
All that, and of course, egg laying.
Gotta have those eggs.
But for the backyard enthusiast,
It's more about
personality, appearance, maybe even broodiness.
that mother hen instinct.
Exactly.
So two sides of the same chicken coin.
I like that, yeah.
So with all this in mind, what's the big takeaway here?
I think it's nuance, We see these breeds as labels.
It's like Rhode Island Red, that's it.
Yeah, but there's so much more.
Underneath,
History, genetics, their potential.
livestock and companions.
It all adds up to this complex picture.
It's like we've gone from a 2D image to a 3D, fully realized chicken.
I love that analogy.
But I gotta ask, any lingering questions or thoughts? We haven't touched on something to make our listener think.
Okay, here's a thought.
Right.
We've talked hardiness, egg laying, low maintenance,
Right.
with all this interest in, sustainability, self-sufficiency.
Yeah, it's a big topic now.
Could the Rhode Island Red be the ideal backyard chicken for today?
Wow, that's a great question. Really makes you think.
Right. Their place in the modern world.
Yeah.
It really is fascinating to think about.
They have this historical legacy,
Right.
but they also seem so relevant today.
It's like they were ahead of their time.
Exactly. And even beyond, all the practical stuff, I think this deep dive's given our listener a much deeper appreciation for the breed.
I agree. You've gone from maybe just the name
Yeah, Rhode Island Red.
to understanding their history, those physical traits, their quirks.
It's like a whole new level of chicken knowledge.
It is.
I feel like I could spot one from a mile away now.
Right.
But what's cool is we've explored both sides, the practical and the philosophical. We talked about eggs, farming, but also companionship, their role in a sustainable lifestyle.
It's that multifaceted perspective that makes these deep dives so rewarding.
Absolutely. It's not just about facts.
No.
It's about those connections, the implications. And who knows, maybe this has sparked a real interest in raising chickens for our listener.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just some fun facts to share at their next gathering.
Either way,
It's been a pleasure exploring the Rhode Island Red with you.
the pleasure was all mine.
And to our listener, if you're pondering that backyard flock, remember, the Rhode Island Red might just be that perfect feathered friend.
Well said.
Happy chickening, everyone!
Imagine turning your love for chickens into a thriving backyard egg business. With the right planning, dedication, and care, you can transform your humble backyard into a steady source of income, providing fresh, high-quality eggs to your community. But where do you start? How many chickens do you really need to make this dream a reality? These are the questions that Josue faced when he decided to embark on this journey. Josue discovered that the number of chickens you need is only part of the equation. Success depends on understanding your resources, market demand, and how to care for your flock to maximize productivity. Today, you'll learn the key strategies that helped Josue turn his backyard into a successful egg business. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want guidance or tips on starting your own egg business, feel free to ask. We're here to help you succeed. To start a backyard egg business, you need to understand more than just the number of chickens to raise. Each chicken is a unique investment in your future. Josue realized that their health, productivity, and environment played a critical role in determining how successful his venture would be. The first step is assessing your available space. Chickens need a safe, clean, and comfortable environment to thrive. A well-designed coop provides not only shelter but also security from predators and protection from harsh weather. Josue built his coop using recycled materials, ensuring it was spacious enough to accommodate his initial flock comfortably while allowing room for growth. Next, think about the resources you have for feeding your chickens. A balanced diet is essential for healthy egg production. Providing high-quality feed, clean water, and occasional supplements like crushed oyster shells ensures strong eggshells and healthy hens. Josue experimented with homemade feed mixtures, combining grains and kitchen scraps to save costs without compromising the health of his flock. Your time and commitment are equally important. Chickens require daily care, including feeding, cleaning, and collecting eggs. Josue established a routine that worked around his schedule, ensuring his chickens received the attention they needed to stay productive. Finally, consider your goals and the size of your market. Are you raising chickens primarily for personal use, or do you plan to sell eggs to neighbors, farmers markets, or local stores? Josue started small, selling eggs to friends and family. As word spread about the quality of his eggs, demand grew, and he gradually increased his flock size. Once you've prepared your space and resources, the next step is determining the optimal number of chickens for your backyard egg business. Josue learned that this decision depends on balancing the size of your flock with the demand for eggs in your area. Begin by researching your local market. Find out how many eggs people in your community consume weekly and how much they're willing to pay for fresh, locally sourced eggs. This information helps you calculate how many chickens you'll need to meet the demand. Each hen typically lays about 5 to 6 eggs a week, so a small flock can quickly supply dozens of eggs. However, more chickens don't always mean more profits. Josue discovered that overcrowding leads to stress, health problems, and reduced egg production. Instead of maximizing the number of chickens, he focused on maximizing the health and productivity of a manageable flock. As demand grows, you can expand your flock gradually. Josue added new chickens in phases, ensuring his coop and resources could handle the increased load. This approach allowed him to scale his business sustainably without sacrificing the quality of his eggs or the well-being of his chickens. The final piece of the puzzle is learning how to manage your flock effectively. Healthy, happy chickens are the foundation of a successful egg business. Josue found that by focusing on their care and comfort, he could maximize productivity and ensure his business remained profitable. Start by providing plenty of space for your chickens to roam and forage. A happy chicken is a productive chicken, and allowing them access to fresh air, sunlight, and natural food sources improves their health and egg quality. Josue built a secure outdoor run attached to his coop, giving his chickens the freedom to explore while keeping them safe. Keep your coop clean and well-maintained. Regular cleaning prevents disease and ensures a healthy living environment. Josue set aside time each week to clean the coop, replace bedding, and check for any signs of wear or damage. Monitor your chicken's health closely. Look out for changes in behavior, appetite, or egg production, as these can indicate health problems. Josue worked with a local veterinarian to learn basic poultry care and ensure his flock received the attention they needed. Finally, establish a routine for collecting and storing eggs. Freshness is key to maintaining happy customers, so Josue collected eggs daily and stored them properly to preserve their quality. The foundation of a successful backyard egg business is a healthy, stress-free environment for your chickens. Josue realized early on that happy chickens are productive chickens, and he took steps to create a space that met their every need. Start with the coop. A well-designed chicken coop provides safety, comfort, and functionality. Make sure your coop is spacious enough to prevent overcrowding, with good ventilation to keep the air fresh and dry. Josue built his coop using recycled materials, focusing on creating nesting boxes that were dark, quiet, and clean, ideal conditions for hens to lay their eggs. Access to an outdoor run or free-range area is equally important. Chickens love to forage, scratch the soil, and explore, which not only keeps them healthy but also improves the quality of their eggs. Josue fenced off a secure area where his chickens could roam freely without the risk of predators, ensuring they had a balanced lifestyle. Lighting plays a crucial role in egg production. Chickens require around 14 to 16 hours of light daily to lay eggs consistently. In the winter months, Josue installed a simple LED lighting system in the coop to maintain a steady egg production schedule. Finally, maintaining cleanliness is essential for a healthy flock. Josue established a routine for cleaning the coop, replacing bedding, and checking for pests. This routine minimized the risk of disease and kept his chickens comfortable and stress-free. By investing in a well-designed environment, you can ensure your chickens are happy, healthy, and laying eggs at their full potential. Developing a sustainable feeding plan to lower costs and boost productivity. Feeding your chickens efficiently is a critical component of running a profitable backyard egg business. Josue discovered that balancing high-quality nutrition with cost-effective strategies was key to maintaining his flock's health and productivity without overspending. A balanced diet is essential for egg-laying hens. Commercial feed provides the necessary nutrients, but it can be costly. Josue supplemented his feed with affordable alternatives such as kitchen scraps, garden vegetables, and grains purchased in bulk. This approach not only saved money but also introduced variety into the chickens' diet, which improved their overall health and egg quality. Free-ranging or allowing chickens access to pasture is another excellent way to reduce feeding costs. Chickens can forage for insects, seeds, and plants, which are rich in nutrients. Josue noticed that his free-ranging chickens laid eggs with darker yolks and thicker shells, qualities that his customers appreciated. Incorporating calcium into their diet is essential for strong eggshells. Josue crushed and reused eggshells as a natural calcium supplement, mixing them with the feed. This sustainable practice not only supported the chickens' health but also reduced waste. Water is equally important. Always provide clean, fresh water in multiple locations to ensure all chickens have easy access. Josue used simple, gravity-fed waterers to keep the water supply consistent and reduce the time spent refilling. By developing a sustainable feeding plan, you can lower costs, improve productivity, and maintain a healthier, happier flock. Selling eggs is not just about production, it's also about creating strong relationships with your customers. Josue learned that building trust and providing exceptional service were the cornerstones of his success. Start by identifying your target market. Whether it's neighbors, friends, local farmers markets, or restaurants, knowing your customers' preferences helps you tailor your products to meet their needs. Josue began selling to his community, emphasizing the freshness and quality of his eggs compared to store-bought alternatives. Presentation matters. Use clean, attractive packaging to showcase your eggs. Josue created simple, reusable cartons with his logo and a note about his farm's sustainable practices. This touch added a personal connection and made his eggs stand out. Customer education is another powerful tool. Share your story, the care you provide to your chickens, and the benefits of farm-fresh eggs. Josue used social media to post pictures of his flock, showing the free-range environment and healthy conditions. This transparency built trust and loyalty among his customers. Consistency is key. Delivering high-quality eggs on time, every time, establishes reliability and encourages repeat business. Josue ensured his eggs were collected, cleaned, and delivered promptly, earning him a reputation for dependability. Finally, offer incentives to build loyalty. Josue introduced a discount for repeat customers and a referral program, which helped him expand his customer base while rewarding his loyal supporters. By focusing on your customers and creating a strong brand identity, you can build a loyal following and ensure the long-term success of your backyard egg business. Scaling your backyard egg business doesn't mean doubling your flock overnight. Josue learned that a step-by-step approach was the key to sustainable growth, allowing him to expand his operation without overwhelming his resources or compromising the quality of his eggs. Start by analyzing your current operation. Evaluate your coop's capacity, the availability of space for free-ranging or runs, and your ability to maintain consistent care as your flock grows. Josue expanded his coop incrementally, adding new sections as he introduced more chickens. This gradual growth ensured that his flock always had enough room and resources to thrive. Scaling sustainably also means planning for increased demand. Before adding chickens, ensure you have a reliable customer base and a consistent market for your eggs. Josue secured agreements with local restaurants and small grocery stores, guaranteeing a steady demand that matched his growing supply. Diversify your flock as you expand. Adding different breeds can help you offer a variety of eggs, such as different sizes or colors, which may appeal to more customers. Josue introduced heritage breeds to his flock, which laid unique eggs that became a hit at farmers' markets. Don't forget about infrastructure. Scaling up means investing in better systems for feeding, watering, and waste management. Josue upgraded to automated feeders and waterers, saving time and ensuring his growing flock received consistent care. By focusing on sustainable growth, you can scale your business in a way that maximizes profitability without compromising your operations' quality or stability. Building community relationships to strengthen your customer base. A strong community connection is one of the most powerful tools for growing your backyard egg business. Josue found that engaging with his local community not only increased his customer base but also created a sense of trust and loyalty that set his business apart. Start by participating in local events. Farmers markets, school fairs, and community festivals are excellent opportunities to showcase your eggs and connect with potential customers. Josue regularly attended these events, offering samples of his eggs and sharing stories about his flock's care and sustainability practices. Collaborating with other local businesses is another way to build your reputation. Partnering with restaurants or bakeries can open new markets for your eggs while giving your products a platform to shine. Josue worked with a local cafe, which featured his eggs in their dishes and credited him on the menu. This partnership not only boosted his sales but also introduced his brand to new customers. Use social media to extend your reach. Share behind-the-scenes photos and videos of your chickens, the daily operations of your backyard business, and the unique features of your eggs. Josue created a simple but engaging online presence where he posted updates about his flock and highlighted customer testimonials. Encourage word-of-mouth marketing. Offer referral discounts or loyalty programs to reward your existing customers for recommending your eggs to friends and family. Josue's referral program brought in numerous new customers, many of whom became repeat buyers. By building strong relationships within your community, you can create a loyal customer base that supports your business and spreads the word about your high-quality products. Focusing solely on selling eggs is a great start, but diversifying your offerings can significantly boost your profits and help you stand out in the market. Josue discovered that by introducing new products and services, he could cater to a wider audience and create multiple revenue streams. One option is selling fertilized eggs or baby chicks. Many people are interested in starting their own backyard flocks, and providing them with high-quality, fertilized eggs or healthy chicks can be a lucrative addition to your business. Josue used a small incubator to hatch chicks, which he sold to neighbors and local hobbyists. Consider offering value-added products. Homemade baked goods such as cakes or cookies made with your eggs can appeal to customers who appreciate fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Josue's wife started baking with their eggs, and the baked goods quickly became a popular product at local markets. Egg subscriptions are another great way to create a steady income. Offer weekly or bi-weekly delivery services to customers who want the convenience of fresh eggs brought directly to their doorsteps. Josue implemented a subscription model, which helped him predict demand and streamline his operations. Educational workshops can also diversify your income. Host small classes on chicken care, egg collection, or backyard farming for people interested in starting their own flocks. Josue began offering workshops in his community, sharing his knowledge and passion for raising chickens. By diversifying your products and services, you can maximize the profitability of your business while appealing to a broader customer base. In a competitive market, the quality of your eggs can make all the difference. Josue learned that customers appreciate eggs that are not only fresh but also visually appealing, flavorful, and consistent. Focusing on quality helped him build a loyal customer base that valued his products over cheaper store-bought options. The first step is ensuring your chickens receive the best possible care. A balanced diet rich in nutrients is essential for producing high-quality eggs. Josue incorporated fresh greens, grains, and natural supplements like oyster shells and crushed eggshells into his flock's diet. This enhanced the flavor of the eggs and ensured strong, vibrant yolks and sturdy shells. Proper handling and storage are equally important. Josue collected eggs promptly every day, cleaned them gently to preserve their natural coating, and stored them at an ideal temperature to maintain freshness. He used reusable cartons with cushioning to protect the eggs during transport, ensuring they reached customers in perfect condition. Presentation also matters. Josue's eggs were sorted by size and color, creating visually appealing assortments that customers loved. He even included information about the care of his chickens and the benefits of farm-fresh eggs, adding a personal touch to his packaging. By prioritizing quality and presentation, you can elevate your eggs above the competition and create a product that customers are eager to buy. Technology can be a game-changer for small backyard businesses. Josue embraced simple yet effective tools to manage his flock, track sales, and connect with customers, making his business more efficient and profitable. Start by using apps or software to keep track of your flock's health and productivity. Josue used a free farm management app to record egg production, feed consumption, and health notes for each chicken. This data helped him identify patterns and make informed decisions to optimize his operation. For marketing, social media is an invaluable tool. Josue created a dedicated page for his backyard egg business, where he posted photos of his flock, updates on egg availability, and stories about his journey as a small farmer. This personal connection resonated with his audience and helped him reach new customers without spending a fortune on advertising. Online marketplaces and delivery platforms can also expand your reach. Josue partnered with a local grocery delivery service to offer his eggs to a wider audience. This not only increased sales but also made his business more accessible to customers who valued convenience. Technology can also simplify logistics. Automated feeders, waterers, and temperature controls can save time and ensure consistent care for your flock. Josue invested in simple but effective tools that allowed him to focus more on growing his business and less on daily maintenance tasks. By leveraging technology, you can streamline your operations, connect with more customers, and position your business for long-term success. A successful backyard egg business doesn't rely on one revenue stream or a single customer base. Josue learned that diversification and community involvement were key to weathering challenges and sustaining his business over time. Diversification begins with your products. Josue expanded beyond eggs, offering fertilized eggs for hatching, compost made from chicken manure, and even feather crafts. These additional products created new revenue streams and appealed to different types of customers. Offering value-added services can also boost your income. Josue started hosting educational workshops on chicken care, which became popular among aspiring backyard farmers. These workshops not only generated income but also positioned Josue as a trusted expert in his community. Building a backyard egg business is more than raising chickens, it's about creating a sustainable, community-focused operation that delivers value and quality. By optimizing egg quality, leveraging technology, and diversifying your products and services, you can ensure the success and longevity of your business. Josue's journey demonstrates that with dedication, creativity, and a focus on relationships, you can turn a small backyard venture into a thriving enterprise. If you're inspired by this story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Start today and take the next step toward building a backyard egg business.